Good evening. You're watching the Queens World Film Festival annual kickoff Potluck Live, produced by myself and hosted by News, another board member. And we will be right back with you shortly. Good evening. My name is Mr. M, also known as Montaigne, or Montaigne, also known as Mr. M. All right. I'm a board member here and two-time alumni of the Queens World Film Festival. And I'm happy to produce this live virtual experience for those of you who can't make the 2024 annual kickoff Potluck Live. If those of you who don't know, Queens World Film Festival, on the top of every film festival year, excuse me, does an annual potluck, something they've been doing since the beginning of the film festival 14 years ago. They like to create community, and I say they because I'm still getting used to being a board member myself and it being we. However, they like to create a sense of community, and all of the events foster community. So the potluck is one of those events where before the festival actually starts and gets busy and gets mad, um, they like to break bread with the filmmakers and bring food and dishes. And to this year, as it was at the previous year, it's at the local in Queens, a local, no pun intended, venue in Queens. And the filmmakers get together, they meet the founders, they meet the other board members, they meet other filmmakers, they talk to each other, and they network in more of a casual setting. And it's less about promoting the films per se and or the screenings, and more about making those connections before things get crazy, because those of you who know about film festivals know it can get crazy. And this year, Queens World Film Festival will have a 2-week film festival run, which is a big plight to take on. So salute to the founders, Don Preston Cato and his wife, Katha Cato. They're a power couple. They're the founders of the Queens World Film Festival. They took a chance on me in the year 2000 and I want to say 12 with my first film, which was a mockumentary on gangster rap. It was real raunchy and everything, but I'm not going to make this about me, but they took a chance on me. And after that, they also showed another film of mine, which was a documentary film. And that one was less raunchy. It was actually about a youth development program that I was blessed to get to know while I was living in the Bay Area. Those of you who don't know, I'm also a Queens native. I'm from Far Rockaway, Queens. Even though we like to call it the Sixth Borough, the natives of Far Rockaway know I'm not lying. And sometimes we call it the 53rd state. But I'm a Queens native, and like I said, I'm a two-time alumni of Queens World Film Festival, and I'm very, very happy to be working with the Queens World Film Festival as a board member and to provide my skill set as a live stream producer. This is live, so things may happen. You maybe hiccups and things like that, but hopefully it won't. But you will get to see the event live, and you will hear from the filmmakers and the other board members and the founders. And salute to my guy, Virginia Slim. He says, "This is Dope Logic's PS. Be careful about eating anyone's food at a potluck." You ain't got to tell me twice. But Now I'm gonna actually pass the camera and or mic over to my co-board member, News, and he is going to interview other filmmakers live on the spot. And I'm going to do what I do and produce behind the scenes. And every now and then I may come in. But my guy News is holding it down live at the local in Queens, and I'm going to pass the mic to him, and he's going to interview the founders that I spoke about, the power couple, Katha and Don Preston Cato. News to you.
Thank you so much, Mountain. And Mountain, all the way from Albany, is helping us set up this live streaming. And one more time, thank you so much. And we have with us, who needs no introduction, Miss Kata Kato and Don Kato. So, guys, what's
Okay, so I did tell you guys there will be hiccups, right? So I don't know if he can hear me, but we had a hiccup. So the hiccup is the audio currently. When the mic went to News, when the mic kind of cut out. So News, can you hear me? News, can you hear me? The mic cut out, sir. The mic cut out. You want to plug the mic back in, and maybe he's not hearing me. All right. So plug the mic back in the News. And don't worry about the camera shot. Just plug the mic back into your Scarlett and make sure we got the mic going. All right. And unmute yourself in the system. Unmute yourself in the system, brother. And we'll get right back to it. So you're going to go into the system if you can hear me, and you're going to unmute yourself, and you're going to make sure that your audio device is also set as the device. Unmute yourself in the actual streaming session, in the actual streaming program, not the microphone, the streaming program. Just unmute. Just click the microphone button, and then you'll be unmuted. All right, mic
okay?
check.
Can you hear me now?
I got a mic check. I got a mic check. So what happened in News? Can you hear me? You can't hear me?
No, I'm not hearing you.
You're not hearing me
For
at
some
all?
reason, I can't hear you, Mountain. So let me fix something here.
All right, all right.
Folks,
Mic
we are
check.
live, so this kind of hiccup happens.
Yep, those
Hold
hiccups.
on. Okay.
So I'm glad we can hear him, and I'm going to tell him to.
Okay. So Mountain is over there. I'm with Don Cato over here. For some reason I can't hear Mountain. Let me fix this. Okay. The microphone is good. Hold on.
All right. So as he does that, and I did tell you, did I not forewarn you guys that things do happen? All right. So I'm gonna talk to him behind the scenes. But if you're watching, please say something in the chat. Let us know that you're here. I'm just gonna let him know. Select his source as the speaker and not just the mic. And I've seen a lot of way worse things happen with live streams, just so you know. So anyway, like I was saying, these live things will happen. They can happen. This is a live stream. And I see 6 people watching right now and growing. So please chime in, say something in the chat, things of that nature. Hopefully he can hear me now. News, can you hear me now? No? Okay, no, he's not. He can't hear me yet. Okay. So, as we work this out behind the scenes, what I think I'm going to do for the people who are checking this out is I'm going to play the 14-year sizzle reel. Okay, 14 years and counting. And let's watch that as he works that situation out. And this right here is a sizzle reel representing the festival's 14 great years. All right. Salute to the Queens World Film Festival, and I'm glad to be a part of it. Like I said, once as well. And let's do it again. Let's try this.
It was a very impressive showing for the first annual Queens World Film Festival in Jackson Heights, Queens. From March 3rd through the 6th, hundreds of movie makers and movie lovers alike gathered at the historic Jackson Heights Cinema to celebrate the art of film. Now, the big hit at the Queens World Film Festival was Maggie Marvel, Hired Killer Single Mom. part of the Saturday Night Mobster Mash block of films.
Wow, that's amazing. 14 years, 14 years and counting. Holy sprockets. We got to keep going. See you in Queens.
If you're planning to catch a flick this weekend, you can get a unique international film experience right here in Queens. Queens World Film Festival will be showing more than 100 original pieces from filmmakers across the city and around the world.
More than 350 independent films were submitted from around the world. 127 were chosen. The festival's co-director, Don Cato, spearheaded the selection committee. Wife Katha Cato is also the director, and she says the diversity of Queens makes it the perfect venue.
Don and Katha Cato, as the directors and founders of it, have done a remarkable job making a festival that young people and us old fogies really love to go to.
And I'm really proud to be a part of the Queens World Film Festival.
What I am pleased about is the way in which the festival has helped change the cultural landscape in Queens for the better.
Welcome to the 10th annual Queens World Film Festival. Now, ordinarily, we would be at the Museum of the Moving Image at 7 o'clock tonight on Thursday, March 19th. However, we are not. We are standing in our headquarters. However, we are still standing. We're going virtual. Tonight's opening night is on discovered.tv, and then coming Saturday, many of the blocks will be loaded up, and we'll continue to load up the blocks until the end of the festival, which is March 29th.
The pandemic put us through the ringer, like it did for everyone else. There was a period of uncertainty, but despite all the odds, we were able to persevere.
I'm very surprised because it's really a wonderful festival, a lot of young people.
It was a dream come true. You were great people to me. I had a great time at the festival.
Once I got into Queens World, it was a great opportunity to showcase my work here and just see diversity, with Asians, Latinos, Black, whites, everything here.
I want to thank you for your hard work and dedication in creating this festival every year that validates artists and helps filmmakers.
All right, 14 years and counting. Salute to the Queens World Film Festival. We will show you some trailers. We will show you some interviews with filmmakers, and hopefully we'll get the founders back on the screen so they can actually talk to you. Yeah. All right. So right now, like I said, we're witnessing the potluck live. All right. That is the shot live from the local. And we're waiting for my co-host Anuz and the founders to come back to their seats. In the meantime, let me just give you a little bit about my experience at the Queens World Film Festival. Like I started to say in the beginning was they took a chance on me with a really raunchy film, to say the least. It was a mockumentary on gangster rap. And from then, we grown a great relationship, myself and the Queens World Film Festival, and was able to show a second film, which was a documentary on a youth program, as I am a youth advocate as well. And so is Don and Katha, believe it or not. The film festival founders are also youth advocates, and that is something we also clicked about. So with that being said, I really appreciate them, and they've asked me to join the board of directors, and I'm really honored about that. And without further ado, I'm going to bring them back on the screen. I'm going to try this again. Hopefully they don't move things and move cameras and move mixers and everything else, and we get it going again. All right. And salute to the people who stayed. Salute to Virginia Slim. I see you. And hopefully more people come back in the building, because I seen we kind of lost some people or whatever. All right. And this is a live production. Please bear with us. Like I said, you're watching the potluck, the kickoff, the annual kickoff potluck live. All right. This is a live production. And a news to you.
Thank you so much, Monten. So yeah, we had a minor hiccup, which is why we couldn't do the live. But we did live, but we couldn't go live from the local. So here with me is Katha and Don. By the way, Monten can hear you, but you can't hear Monten. Okay. Okay, now we're talking about like what's happening today. Why what is the main purpose of doing this potluck?
Well, the potluck kickoff is when the filmmakers really get a chance to meet everybody. And I'm looking around at all the excited faces, and we get to season our staff. They get to be around the filmmakers and start to develop relationships. They get to meet the board. They get to be part of the entire experience. We have 2 more events coming up. We have the presser March 27th, and then we do the trailer party April 6th, and then it is showtime.
So, Don, what is so special about what is so different about this year's film festival?
Well, this year's film festival, what makes it unique is there's just a different feeling for the type from the films that we get from all over the world, and I think it's a combination of there's attempt to deal with healing. And they're trying to point out the fact that many people, we've all been through a lot, and so some of the stories are trying to figure out a way to put that together.
Katha, one question before I let you go. What about opening nights? We are, this year we are doing Spirits of Queens Honorary, and can you talk to us about our honorary for this year?
So Yancey Ford is really an incredible filmmaker and just came back from Sundance, where his new documentary Power premiered. This is a gentleman who was the first Trans Academy Award nominee, and it was for a film he created called Strong Island. And the film really is unflinching, and it refuses to back down, and that's kind of the way we see ourselves. And the festival is unflinching, and we don't want to back down. And Yancey is our honoree, and he spent over an hour with all of our festival associates doing a Zoom just conversation with them. It was so incredible. It was amazing. They got to talk to a filmmaker who has been through a lot, and he got to talk to young people and who get to see themselves now up on that stage.
We are kicking off this festival on April 16, which is going to run to April 28, and we are screening 152 films from 19 nations. What is so different about the movies that come from the places like Iran, countries like Iran and other nations? What is so different?
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned Iran. I think we had over 100 films submitted from Iran. Now, of course, and we found that, first of all, let's say those Iranians are very, very good filmmakers, and I'd say the majority of them were made by women, and the stories that they're telling are pretty much their daily life and their existence. They have films where, for example, one that we have, it deals with a young woman, and she's standing outside of a police station, and she has a young baby in her arms, and she wants to go in, and there's complete chaos behind her. It just stays this one shot. And someone comes along and says, you can't go in there and do what you're going to do. And I don't want to tell you what she has to do. I want you to see the movie. But it's things that we deal with over here. And let's just say it does deal with the baby.
Katha, if people want to watch those videos that we're gonna be screening in April, what they gotta do?
I didn't hear your question. I'm sorry. Say it one more
If they want to watch movies that we're going to be screening in April, what do they need to do? Where do they need to go? How can they buy tickets? Can they buy the tickets at the door? How does it work?
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So if you go to queensworldfilmfestival.org, you're going to go to a tab that says the films, because that's really what our festival is about, the films. And there you're going to see all the films in alphabetical order with their artwork. And I see it's up on the screen. And then it's alphabetical, and you just scroll around and you can click on them. And when you click on one of them, it will take you to the block that it's in. Now, Donald Preston Cato here has curated the entire festival thematically, and he has grouped like-minded films together that are exploring similar ideas, and each one of it is its own unique cinematic experience. We have several incredible features that are screening by themselves, but once you click on their icon and you go to their page, then you're 2 clicks away from Eventbrite, and you're just really 2 clicks away from seeing something incredible.
I know, if I'm not mistaken, we have 47 thematic blocks, right? So what are those blocks? And like, if they want to, watch only one movie from that block, how does it work? If they want to like watch all those movies in single block, how does that work? Like, do they need to pay extra? How does it work?
So the way he's curated it, some blocks have 7 films, and they're all short films, and you see them all together, and there's a conversation at the end of the block, not after the end of the films. There are also then blocks that is just a single feature film. So there is WTF, What the Film, which is several films that you did not see coming. There's Take This, which is, I believe it's 6 or 7 films that refuse to back down. We have the LGBTQ plus block, which is for, from, and about the community.
Family business.
We have Family Business. We have Environmentally Speaking, 2 films about what's happening. Then we have another one, that block, it's Good in the Hood, and it's 3 films about just cool things that people in Queens are doing.
And opening night is called Take This.
Right. And then the closing block is Queens Corner, and it is some remarkable work from the borough of Queens.
Perfect. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and then talk to filmmakers, and we will be streaming the 8 p.m. Official welcoming of all the filmmakers and board members. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. M. Thank you,
Mr.
world.
M.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So yeah, we're gonna be inviting other filmmakers to talk to us. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna hit this baton back to you, Montaigne.
He's going to hand the baton back to me. I don't have much to say, but I'm happy to be here. They said thank you to me. I want to say thank you to them for once again allowing me to be here. Thank you for everybody watching. I see people watching on Facebook at Queens World Film Festival. I see people watching on YouTube once again at Queens World Film Festival, and I see a whole lot of people watching on Instagram at Queens World Film Fest. All of those handles are right here in our lower third as well. So please, if you get a chance, if you're not following us on all social medias, tap in. All right. Join us at Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and also on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the baton or the microphone back to Anuj, and he has some more filmmakers with him. And I look forward to hearing about them and their film, and we will watch their trailer afterwards.
Okay, I'm just got the microphone, a baton from Montaigne, and now I have like 4 filmmakers from different age group. So I'm gonna start with the youngest here one. Okay, what's your name and how old are you?
My name is Addie, and I'm 12 years old, 6th grade.
I'm Umed, and I'm 15. I'm Anand, and I'm 15, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Lillian, and I'm 14, and I'm a freshman.
So you guys are telling me that you guys have a movie at this film festival. Am I right?
Yes, you are right.
Okay, so tell me about this movie and how did you come about making this movie?
So our movie is about curbside composting. And we're an activist group based in Queens, and so we decided to make this movie about a new composting program in Queens to raise awareness about it and to kind of teach people about it. And so it's a public service announcement, and we decided to use a lot of different techniques to make it creative and funny, and so that's our that was our process, and we filmed all in our neighborhood.
And like we also originally got the idea because we were working with like the QCP Composting Task Force, and like for those of you who don't know, QCP is Queen's Climate Project, and like we were working with their Composting Task Force to look to try to design something to teach about about curbside composting and composting, because like there's like a big difference between community composting and curbside composting, because like curbside is like more industrial, and so like, we wanted like the film to like portray that. And
That sounds cool. So, so what do you have to say about the movie? The youngest guy in the crew.
And the news.
Uh,
Tell them to
about the
repeat the
movie,
name
so
of the film.
essentially, like it was kind of based on the curbside composting, and it's kind of there as a tool for people to learn about curbside composting, and so they can further like grow and try to have more involvement in it.
For all those audience who want to watch your movie, tell me the name of your movie one more time slowly so that they can grasp the name of the movie, and tell me when are you guys gonna screen it and where.
So the name of our movie is Curbside Composting. It's being screened in Block Good in the Hood, and on April 21st at noon at Kaufman Studios in Astoria.
Perfect. Anything else you want to add before I let you go?
Yeah, so we originally wanted to put this film into the Queens World Film Festival, mainly because it's like a lot of people watching are going to be, it's very close to home, and a lot of people are going to be able to benefit from it. So that's, yeah.
Guys, for joining us. Whoa, they're amazing. Like, you can see like they have like different age groups, and whoa, that's fine. And they have a movie which is gonna be screened at Queens World Film Festival, and we are
That's
really excited.
amazing.
We're gonna
That's
yeah.
amazing. That whole project, that whole concept for that project is amazing. And we have a comment also in news. They say looks like so much fun. Yes, it is a lot of fun. What's happening right here? And I definitely will be checking that film out. Unfortunately, we don't have a trailer for it right now, news. So I'm gonna let you bring on the next filmmaker. But definitely, I just want to put this out there. You can find them right here on the website, and you can grab your ticket. And I believe they're in the block that is on the first day, right? That's the first day. That's the opening
Yeah,
night.
yeah. I guess no, April 21.
Okay, so the next day, the first. Okay,
Right.
all right. So, news. Back to you,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, thank you, Monten. And we have another filmmaker with us. So tell me your name and tell me about your movie.
Sure. My name is JT Duran, and the movie is called Una Carta a Mesias, and it takes place in Queens. It is about an immigrant, a Mexican woman who's come to New York to make the American dream happen. And as we see the challenges and difficulties of pursuing the American dream and her resilience and her grit, she writes a letter to her kids, sort of as a confession, telling them why she's away, what she's going through. And, it's a challenging film about Queens and about the American dream.
So as a filmmaker, I just want to I'm just curious, what is American Dream to you?
The American dream to me is something complicated. It's beautiful, but imperfect. It's trying to be your authentic self and trying to find something you love and you're good at and trying to build a life for yourself, but with also having to live within a system wherein you have to pay the bills. You got to go to work. So there's a conflict between being yourself and fulfilling your dreams and also trying to pay the bills, trying to be a member of a society that has a lot of pressures, for better or worse.
So if people want to watch your movie, which block does your movie belong to, and when is it going to be screened?
So it's part of the Local Express. We're grateful for Kata and Preston for having local filmmakers involved. It's the Local Express mixed bag block, and it premieres Friday, April 26th, 2 p.m. Museum Moving Image. Come through, please come through. Come support us.
And get us the spelling for those who don't speak that language. The spelling of
Right?
the name.
Can you spell us? Can you spell the name of the movie for us?
Una Carta a Mesias. That's UNACARTA-AMISHIJAS. It's a Spanish title. It means a letter to my children.
Oh, a letter to my children.
A letter to my children. Yeah, it's not. That's not an American title, an English title. That is a Spanish title. Una Carta a Mesias, which means a letter to my children.
Looking forward to watching a movie. And before I let you go, how long is a movie? And can you help us understand about the thought process of making that movie? Why did you make this movie?
So nobody is making accurate, authentic, great stories about Queens. Spike Lee did Brooklyn. Martin Scorsese does Manhattan. Tyler Perry does Atlanta. Kevin Smith does New Jersey. Not There's no one I could think of that tells authentic Queens stories. I'm from Queens. It's who I am. I want to put Queens on the map. So my partners and I decided to tell these authentic, true stories about Queens, and we have more coming. We have one we're shooting in a month called More Dead Than Living, which is a Chinese comedy about death. And we're also making a feature film that's sort of about Queens.
I love the poster of your movie. Like, can you tell me a little bit about your lead character, lead actor?
Yeah, so that Antigona Gonzalez plays her. And she doesn't even have a name. She's just Mama or Madre. And that is her beginning to write this letter. She narrates the letter throughout the course of the film. The film is 6 minutes. So you hear these words that she's writing, but more so, you see the experiences of her going to work and really being put in very delicate, really kind of tragic conditions to try to make the American dream happen. But she's scared and yet she's courageous. She does things she may regret, but she also then finds the courage to goes on. So it plays on all these various themes and emotions.
Thank you so much for joining with us.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, thank you. Have a good night. And yeah, we are having so much fun over here because all the filmmakers, all the colleagues are mingling with each other and having good food, which is the main thing, which is the main reason I am here doing live.
What are you eating on? What's
I
that?
just grabbed, I guess, a beef patty, which tastes really good. So I'm so sorry, Monte, you couldn't enjoy the food.
You're gonna rub it in. You're gonna rub it in, man. That's crazy. So you got another filmmaker over there?
Yes, I have another young filmmaker. I feel so sad for myself because whenever, Richard, who is helping me bring guests, every time he's bringing a guest, like they are so young. Like, you see, somebody was 8 years old, and it just reminds me of like what I was doing at 8. I don't know. I was doing stupid stuff, and these guys are making movies. So, what's the name? First of all, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Sorry, my bad. But see, I'm 36. I am 36. So,
I'll take the compliment. That's very nice.
what's the name and what's the name of the movie?
My name is Ruhi Radke, and the name of my short film is Brown Sugar. It is playing on April 24th, which is a Wednesday, at the Zucker Theater at 7 p.m. for the On Becoming block.
Perfect. So if we have a trailer, then Mountain is gonna help us play that trailer. Yeah. In the meantime, tell us about the premise of this movie. Like, why did you make this movie?
Sure.
What is it about?
Sure. So it's a short film that's very much inspired from my own life. It's about a 12-year-old girl on her birthday, spending the day with her mom, and kind of figuring out what beauty means and beauty standards. And we kind of watch her make a decision about what she wants to do with them and how it applies to her.
And how many characters are there in this movie? Actors. How long did it take for you to make this movie? Can you walk us through the process?
Absolutely. So this short started in 2019. I got a grant from the Future Film is Female, which is an amazing organization in New York. And we were going to shoot it in 2020. Of course, with the pandemic, everything took a big pause, and we eventually were able to shoot it in 2022. And the short has started from there. From now, this is our last film festival, so we're closing out our film journey with the Queens World Film Festival, which is very exciting. And I'm so sorry, I forgot.
Okay, I forgot myself. So don't worry about it. So why Queens?
I stumbled upon this festival last year. I was just walking. I live in Queens,
Where in Queens? I live in Queens too.
I live really close by, actually. And I just walked in and I saw the whole event going on at the museum, and I was like, this is a really cool festival. And since then, it's been on my radar, and I was really glad to be able to apply with the short for this year.
What food did you bring today?
I brought cupcakes because our short follows my character on her birthday. So it's like birthday cupcakes. So yeah, they're by the
Cupcakes are part of your film promotion, I guess.
kind of just like birthday sweets ideas. Yeah, it's desserts basically.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So yeah, so we just talked to another young filmmaker. Anybody who is in their 20s is young filmmaker because I'm in my mid 30s. Back to you, Monten.
And we had another hiccup. We messed up on the sound. Bear with us. And that was the trailer for Brown Sugar playing at the Koofman Astoria Studios at the On Becoming block at this year's Queens World Film Festival. What year? 2024 for the people watching in the future. And we have a news live at the potluck with another filmmaker. And we're going to bring a news back. He's going to introduce the next filmmaker. The news to you.
Thank you, Monten. And we have another filmmaker with us who's going to screen her movie Twin Time at Barbie John in April. So, first of all, introduce yourself to us.
Hi, my name is Patricia Silva.
Patricia, tell me about your movie. Is it a short movie? Is it a feature length?
Yeah, it's a micro short. It's 3 minutes, and it's actually filmed in Super 8 millimeter film. It's actual film. It's Ektachrome, Kodak Ektachrome.
Oh, that's awesome. So, when are you going to screen this movie, and which block does your movie belong to?
So I'm one of the 5 in the what WTF block, what the film block, and that's happening on Friday, April 26th at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And why should people watch your movie? What is so special about it?
About my film, I think so. My film is actually has a lot to do with public space. So it's actually a bit of a lament on the lack of shared and commons public space that we have. And specifically for queer people, like how are we supposed to find each other if we are not allowed to be safely outdoors?
And how did you think of, like, how did you come up with with this story? Like, you wanted to make this movie.
So it's an experimental story. So I had a lot of room. I wasn't working with a traditional documentary format. I knew that I wanted to work with film. I wanted to have something that had a materiality to it. I knew that I wanted to work in Queens and outdoors. And I knew that I wanted to point to a time in classic art history where artists were not doing what traditional academy wanted them to do. I should say Western art. So, for example, the Barbizon School is a school that did not want to be in the studio. They did not want to be confined indoors. They did not want to go to Italy to paint landscapes that were considered academic landscapes. They wanted to just go to their backyard. They wanted to just be near home and just film beauty where they live. So that's also an undercurrent of my short film, and it was also filmed in Queens.
Before I let you go, why did you submit your movie at Queens World Film Festival?
Why? Because I live here, because it was filmed here, and I made it for all of us.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Yeah, thank you. So that was Patricia, and yeah, so you can watch her movie Twin Time at Barbie John next month at our Queens World Film Festival. And if we have a trailer, then Montes is gonna take care of the trailer.
We have a trailer. We have a trailer. Let's do it. All right. So this trailer, once again, is a short trailer. It's only 43 seconds. And let's do it. Check it out. Looks promising. She did say she filmed that on actual film. It's not digital. She filmed that on actual film. We're gonna go back to the news. All right, my host and co-board member. We're both board members of the Queens World Film Festival. Salute to him. He's doing such a great job. In the news, back to you, brother.
Thank you, my co-host Montaigne, multi-talented guy who is like taking care of everything over there, and I am taking care of like something over here, which is talking to young filmmakers, all filmmakers are from all around the world, and we have another filmmakers with her. What's the name and what's the name of your movie?
My name is Jing Wen, and the name of my short film is The Beginning of Dao Yu.
And where can we watch your movie? In which block and on what day?
It is on the block of Becoming, and it will be in the Zucker Theater, April 24th at 7 p.m.
It's a short, right?
Yes, it's a short film.
So tell me about the whole premise of your movie.
Yeah, it's about Dao Yu, who has hidden her extraordinary powers in order to assimilate in America. When a catastrophic car accident exposes her true self, triggers an identity crisis, she must rely on her steadfast friend to find her place in life.
Nice. So who came up with this, with this story? Like, did you write yourself, or did somebody like give you an idea to, make the movie about it?
Yeah, so when I was growing up in America, I came here when I was 9 years old.
Came from where?
From China. Yeah, I've always loved watching like superhero movies like Batman and everything. And to be honest, I felt a little misrepresented because I couldn't find anybody looking like myself. So I wanted to write something dedicated to my younger self, a superhero that has similar background as mine, saving the world and finding her true place in her life, true self in her life.
Perfect. And how long did it take for you to, make this movie, like from inception to the final product?
It was fairly fast, but I had a reliable friend. His name is Jason. He helped me co-write The Beginning of Dao Yu. It took about 3 months for it, since the idea of like, I am going to write a superhero film that's 11 minutes long. So yeah, it's thanks to Jason that he helped a lot of making my story flow a little bit better and just adding more characters to life, because Dao Yu has a best friend, and I wanted to bring each character that is involved in her story a real human being.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, if you want to enjoy, watch a movie, definitely check out our film festival, which is going to kick off on April 16th, which runs to April 28th. Back to you, Montaigne.
Back to me, he says. So actually, back to the trailer. We have a trailer for this one. I'm looking forward to it. I like what she said. First on news, we can talk to each other a little bit.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Yeah.
And how do you feel about what she said, having a superhero that represents her and her culture and always wanting to see that? How you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like, it's something that touched me, like, because it's just like I never thought, think about like superhero who could, like, I guess touch somebody's life, but the way I have been grown up is like watching superheroes like Batman, Spider-Man, like, which looks fancy on the screen, which is never relatable, but I guess her movie is different, I guess.
Well, look, let's take a look at the trailer and then we'll get with the next filmmaker. Deal?
Perfect.
All right, let's do it. All right, so this is the trailer for The Beginning of Dao Yu. I hope I said that right. And this will be on the Becoming block at Kaufman Astoria Studios. Let's do it.
It's Dao Yu.
Yeah. Go tell that slob at table 3 to beat it.
Sir? Sir. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to politely ask you to leave.
I don't take orders from cops.
That's it, buddy. You need to leave now.
Can't wait till we get out of this stupid town.
I'm gonna put that on my list. I'm definitely gonna check that one out. With that being said, we're gonna go back to the news. He has another filmmaker with him, and we're gonna hear about the next film. If you just tuned in, if you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, you should know that this is the annual kickoff potluck live for the Queens World Film Festival 2024. Please feel free to go to the website in the description and click around and look at the films we're playing this year, and come check us out and watch some of these films. A news to you.
Yeah, thank you, Mountain. Yeah, we are live from the local, and we are enjoying the Queen's annual kickoff potluck party where everyone is enjoying food, mingling with each other, and here we are talking to filmmakers, talking to board members, and right now we have Donna with us. So Donna, first of all, welcome to our live.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
And Donna, tell me about your movie. What is the name of your movie, and which block is your movie is gonna be screened at?
The name of my short documentary is Never Fade Away. It will screen on April 23rd, 9:30 over the fence at the Queens, the Kaz Theater in Missouri, Queens.
What is this documentary about?
It's my father's story. It's the story about how he escaped his homeland in China and came to this country with nothing but his hopes and dreams, and how a radio and a waltz changed his life, and ultimately mine as well. Yeah.
How did it change your life?
You'll have to see the film.
That's a great answer. You have to see the movie to find that answer. So Donna, help me understand. Why did you make a movie about your dad? I'm sure obviously it's a personal, but why did you feel that it has to be documented?
Early on in the pandemic, March 2020, when the stories of the coronavirus were first circulating, I was assaulted for being Asian. And it shook me up. It was, very traumatic. And I stayed home, didn't leave my apartment for 7 months. During that time, I listened to a lot of music by Asian composers, and I thought a lot about why this happened, because I was born here. Nothing like this had ever happened to me before. And I think it was really a case, for me at least, ignorance, not knowing who we are, and fear of the unknown. So I decided that perhaps by sharing more of my heritage story from my mother and my father, their stories, that people would know that we are really more alike than we are different, because we all come from somewhere else. We all have these stories to share. Your parents, your grandparents, it doesn't make any difference. And so I started sharing some of my father's story online, and I did a lot of virtual programs. I'm actually a concert pianist. This is my first film. And I started getting incredible feedback. I mean, people were crying and saying, this is such a beautiful story, but it's like my grandfather. It's like my father. So when the doors opened again, I started doing this story in live concerts, performing with music. And then I had it choreographed, because music is a universal language, but so is dance. It's a natural movement. And and the waltz was really crucial in my father's story, the Chopin waltz. And I asked this wonderful choreographer, Ariel Grossman, to choreograph the waltz. But I didn't want it to be just a pretty waltz. I wanted it to tell his story. And she did it so beautifully. So I did that in concert, and people were telling me, you should make a film out of this. And the dancer who I was working with, turns out when I started, getting dates to film, he was leaving the country. And I said, oh my God, who am I going to get? Well, as luck would have it, I had a friend of mine who is the pianist for the New York City Ballet. And I asked him if he would make an intro with Chun Wei Chan, who is the first ever Chinese principal dancer of the New York City Ballet, history-making dancer. I spoke with Chun. He said, send me the script. I sent him the script, and he said, this is my story too. I want to do it. And so when they finally revived me, I realized I had to make it more than just a small story. I mean, it's only a 12-minute film, but I added to it. And it was probably, this is the most emotional journey I've ever had in my life. And I'm so grateful to my team, you know, the dancers, the choreographer, my cinematographer, Garrett Parker, my editor, C. Chen. You know, really, it was an experience that I'll never forget. And we've been doing very well. You know, we've been doing the film festival circuit, and it's been an incredible experience. And I'm so happy to be here.
Before I let you go, why Queens World Film Festival?
Well, my parents met in Queens. They got married in Queens. I was born in Queens. I learned how to play the piano in Queens, and the waltz was danced in Queens. So, where else would I go?
Where else would you go? Yeah, thank you so much, Donna. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So if we have the trailer of her documentary, then yeah, Mountain's gonna take care of
Yeah,
it.
we got a trailer, man. That was a touching story. I'm looking forward to this trailer. What
Yeah,
about you, bro? I said, I'm looking forward to the trailer. What about you, bro?
I am also, and so the fact that the documentary is so personal, I'm like really curious to watch that documentary.
All right, so the trailer is only 1 minute, so we're gonna play it now.
Take it away.
Woo, excuse me. Ugh. Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
With nothing but his hopes and dreams.
There you have it, the trailer for Never Fade Away. All right. And salute to all the people that came together to put out this touching film. I'm going to let some of the credits play. But I definitely want to check this film out myself. And this is the Queens World Film Festival annual kickoff potluck. And I'm going to turn it over to News. News, what you got for us?
Yeah, well, one more time, you know, the festival kicks off on April 16th and runs to April 28th, where we are filming more than 150 films from 19 nations. And if you want to like watch those movies, please log into queensworldfestival.org and find all the information about buying tickets and all the schedule. Now we have two filmmakers with us. So what's the name?
Hi, my name is Lisa Angel.
Oscar, bro.
And what is the name of your movie, and when in which blog does it belong to, when it is going to be screening?
Yeah, so our film is called A Ramble Towards Rain. It's screening in the Taking Stock of Your Journey block on April 21st at 4 o'clock p.m.
And what is so special about your movie?
Oh, I think it was right when COVID hit is when we started sort of writing it. And I think the most special thing about it was just like the generosity from everyone, including like the lead actors. You know, they're staying late after we finished wrapping and packing up the equipment. And it's like this festival felt like a really community sort of no ego, no hierarchy sort of collaboration. So, yeah.
Obviously, your movie is a feature-length movie, and which takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. So, how long did it take for you guys to make this movie? Like, a year, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, so it took about a year in pre-production to get the script fleshed out and to start getting the funding to make it. We shot the film in 15 days, and it took about a year in post. And we're excited to be premiering at Queens World.
We are excited too. So, when you talk about funding, so how for young, budding filmmakers, how does this funding work? Like, how do people like get their projects funded?
Yeah, that's a great question. I wish I knew the answer. But we got really lucky, and our lead actor, Greg Jabara, was able to kind of give people confidence in the project. When he kind of signed aboard, we did get some funding from Local 817, actually, which is the Teamster Union. We got a lot of members of Local 817 to become investors in the film. So we're very thankful to all of them.
What is your movie about?
It's about a man who is he was a career actor, very successful and he's on his deathbed, and he's looking back on his life, and he's sort of trying to figure out what his legacy is, and so he decides to write a novel. And as he gets sicker and he starts to hallucinate, the characters from the novel start to blend in with real life and sort of teach him lessons that he wasn't able to learn from life itself, I guess. Yeah.
Who came up with this story? Like, who gave you guys the idea? Is it from you guys? Is it somebody, a close friend?
Yeah, so Oscar's the writer. It kind of budded from we want to make a film during COVID with our friends, and then it kind of snowballed from there.
Well, it starts with friends, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The original seed for the script was a writer falling in love with his characters, and it kind of just has evolved over time.
So why should people watch a movie? Why should they buy tickets to watch a movie?
I think it's sort of just focused on like the human condition, and this is a guy who had a lot of money and he had everything he could possibly want materially and was still unfulfilled in his life, and so just what people value. It's one of the big themes is going back to the woods, and should we go back to the woods, and technology and where we are as a society, and so I think it just focuses on like the human condition. And right.
I let you guys go. Anything else you want to add?
No, we're just very excited to be a part of this year's festival. We're Queens people ourselves, so we're excited to be a part of this community this year.
After party at our place.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Yeah, certainly. If you guys want to check out the movie, make sure you go to our website queensworldfilmfestival.org and then buy those tickets. Our festival is gonna kick off on April 16, runs through April 28, where we are screening more than 150 films from 19 nations.
Are you going to the after party that they spoke of?
No, it's gonna be a long night for us. So no, I'll be exhausted by the end of this live.
Oh, no, we gotta go to the after party, man. No, all right. So look, the news, just real quick, check the private chat when you get a chance. There's no trailer for that particular film, but I see you got some filmmakers there. And I just want to make an announcement for those of you watching on Instagram. Instagram only gives us an hour. So right now we're rounding the 58-minute mark right now. So please, if you're watching us on Instagram, we want you to go ahead and go to YouTube to Queens World Film Festival. All right. And you can watch the rest of the event because Instagram will kick us off after an hour. And Anuj, I see you got some more filmmakers there. So do you.
Yeah. So we have three filmmakers with us, and just a heads up. So we're gonna go an official live at 8 p.m. Not live. Katha is gonna welcome everyone officially to this potluck party. We're going, we're gonna be doing that at 8. So before that, we're gonna be talking to three filmmakers with us. What's the name and what's the name of your movie?
My name is Anna Sang Park. I'm the producer and executive producer of Stockade.
I'm Saira Bitar, and I am the lead actor on Stockade.
Hi, I'm Eric McGinty, and I'm the writer-director of Stockade.
So what is the movie about?
Our film is about a Lebanese artist who is trying to renew her visa in New York City, and she has problems getting her visa renewed, and she gets involved in an antiquities underground art trade.
And how was it like, working in the movie?
It was a very special experience. It was a very small crew, and I've known Eric and Anna for a long time, so it was like friends coming together and getting creative, which was
Were you surprised? Were you excited when they offered you the role?
Not so surprised because we've been talking about making a film together for a while.
She made us do it, actually, so it wasn't a surprise. She forced us.
Yeah, and they forced me to cancel my trip to Lebanon and shoot in the summer.
Did you guys pay her?
What's that?
Did you guys pay her?
Of course, yes. Not amazingly, but we did. But we've been talking about doing a film with Sarah for a long time, and it finally came together. And in fact, the character is not, it's not her, but it's sort of her real life helped create the character of the in the film, Alam, who is the main character in the film.
And which block is your movie is going to be screened, and on what day?
Our film is screening on Saturday, April 27th at 5:30 p.m. We are our own block. We do not share the block with anyone. So our block is called Stockade, and it's at the Museum of the Moving Image, and it's at the Redstone Theater, which is beautiful venue, and we're so excited.
Perfect. Thank you, guys, for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us here.
And just another plug, Sara is nominated for Best Actor, Female Feature, and our film is nominated for 5 awards: Best Feature, Best Director, Best Screenplay, Original Screenplay, Best Ensemble Cast, and Best Actor Female.
All the best to you guys.
We're really happy to be here. Terrific. It's great. Some of the film was shot in Queens. A lot of it was shot in other boroughs and upstate, but we did shoot some in Queens. So we're very happy to be here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah. So yeah, there we have it. We talked to a bunch of filmmakers who have joined us in our potluck party. So we are doing live from the local, which is obviously in Queens. And yeah, we just spoke to 3 filmmakers who is going to be screening their movie next month.
And like I said, we're at the hour mark. So Instagram is a little Instagram can be a little unpredictable. So if those of you watching on Instagram, before we get cut off, thank you for watching, and come to Queens World Film Festival on YouTube. And let's check out the actual festivities live at the annual potluck kickoff, or kickoff potluck. All right. I could be butchering our name right now. Excuse me.
So in a moment, Kata is officially welcome everyone, all the filmmakers, the cast and crews, to our potluck party.
All right. So I know you're gonna have to, get us the shot of, the step and repeat and where the action is gonna happen. So my man in news is gonna make sure we got that going on. And I want to thank everybody that's watching once again. My name is Mr. M. All right. M stands for my first and last name. First name Montaigne. And this is the Queens World Film Festival, annual kickoff potluck. And like I said before, the potluck is a time where people come together, network, gather, and break bread and meet each other and celebrate each other's films as filmmakers. News, can you hear me, bro?
Yes, Montana, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Where are they going to be speaking from? Where are they going to be speaking?
Yeah, they're going to be speaking from the floor. So
From
Kata is
the
making
step and
sure.
repeat?
Yeah, they're going to be speaking
All right,
from the
so
floor.
Go ahead and let's get that shot going. Let's
Okay.
get it on the step and repeat.
Perfect.
As we wait. The Stockade film actually has a trailer, so we might as well watch that while we wait for the actual introduction of the event from the founder, Katha, live at the event, which is the annual kickoff potluck. All right, let's check it out.
As you can see, I'm not very mobile at present, so I'd like you to take package up for me to Kingston.
And what is it that you want me to take?
Well, I can't really tell you.
You know my status in the middle of my artist visa application, and I'm not risking getting deported for this.
Yes, I'm aware of that. But it's nothing like drugs. It's urgent, and it's valuable.
You know where that stuff is from, right? The stuff you're transporting.
No.
Hi, is Paul home?
So how much money are you offering me for this?
Well, let's just say I'll make it worth your while.
How are you paying for your lawyer?
It's part of the problem. I owe her money. Oh, you're just gonna have to trust me.
I don't know if I can do that.
What are you gonna do? Call the police?
That is Stockade screening for its own film block at the Queens World Film Festival 2024. Let's see what's happening at the potluck kickoff live. Let's see what's going on.
Okay, guys. Everybody! Yeah!
Noise! Let's have some noise! Let's have some noise! Let's have some noise! Let's have some noise. Very good, very good, very good. I'm understanding that this microphone is actually for the live feed. This is not for you. So we're really going to dig down and make a lot of noise. My name is Katha Cato, Executive Director of the Queens World Film Festival, and this is...
Hi, this is Don Preston Cato. I'm the Artistic Director of the Queens World Film Festival.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. All right. So if you are a board member and you are not carrying a camera or you're not up in Albany handling this, if you are a board member, please raise your hand and show yourselves. Show yourselves. One back there. One back there. Anuz. Dora in the front. Anuz and Mr. M. And there's Dora. Very good. If you are an alumni of the film festival, please raise your hand. If you are an alumni. Yeah, baby. If you were on the screening committee, please raise your hand. Rosa, if you were on the screening committee, please raise your hand. Very good. If you are a juror, are there any jurors here? Yeah, very good. There we go. There we go. Yes, very good. All right. If you are a film festival associate, some people call them volunteers, but for us, they are called film festival associates. If you are a film festival associate, make some noise. Excellent, excellent. And now it's time for me to ask the film festival associates, what is the festival about? Everybody, what is the festival about? Everybody? That's right. That's what drives us. That's why you're here, and that's why we are here. How am I doing? I'm shaking so much I can barely even read it.
You're doing great.
Okay, so welcome to Queens. If you are not from Queens, please show yourself. We would love to say hello. Yay, not from Queens. Yeah, yes. Welcome to Queens. Now, who better to welcome you to Queens than the director of QEDC, the director of the Queens Tourism Council? I think I got that really wrong. He's also the author of Famous People of Queens. He is, I said that already. His name is Rob Mackay.
What do you want me to say?
What do I want you to say?
This really doesn't work, does it? All right. Well, there's a word that you might hear a couple of times. My name is Rob Mackay. I live in Queens. I work for the Queens Economic Development Corporation, and we run the Queens Tourism Council. And we are very proud and happy to be sponsoring the Queens World Film Festival. So I would like to say welcome to... And please follow us on It's in Queens. All of our social media is It's in Queens. It tells you about everything that's going on in the borough. But let me also say sincerely, welcome. This is a great festival. We are so happy that it's going on. We're so happy and proud that it's in our borough. And a very good source has told me that we have some really good films this year. Yeah. So I say congratulations to all of you. And I say thank you to the organizers. And all I can say is I don't know, film has changed so much. It's not reel to reel. How do I say, let's get going? Let's press the button. All right. Ready, cut, press the button. Okay.
No, those are the three things you can't say at all. But that's all right. No, Rob, you're not going.
Queens? I know.
You can say Queens.
Ready, set, action, Queens.
Queens, excellent. Okay. All right. Hold on, Rob. Okay. So we have a great raffle. The Lockwood, which is here in Queens, has donated a beautiful little basket of wonderful things that are in there, Queens centric. So Rob, why don't you pull the first raffle number?
Okay.
Raffle.
First of all, let me say that Lockwood is a fantastic store.
Yes, incredible.
And there are 3 branches. One is in Jackson Heights, one is in Sunnyside, and one is in Astoria. They sell all kinds of tchotchkes, and they sell tons of stuff like Queens. If you want something with Queens on it, like a Queens shirt or a Queens salt and pepper shaker or a Queens lampshade. Mugs. Drag queen paraphernalia. Really?
I did not know that about you, Rob.
All right.
Okay, here we go. What's the number?
Oh, I don't have my glasses on. Can you read it for me?
God, I'm so glad I invited you. Okay, 866-538.
866-538.
Excellent. Very good. Let's do a picture right here. Let's do a picture with Rob and Preston and everybody else. Oh, yay. Good for you. Yay.
Do you want to just show us what you won?
Were you up here trying
Oh.
to steal it? Like, what's going on? Yes, there we go. Perfect. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Enjoy.
Watch,
enjoy,
don't
enjoy.
trip, and don't trip.
Okay.
All right.
Rob Mackay, everybody. Let's have a round of applause. Very good. Oh, fabulous. So when he said that he is, they're sponsoring us, full page ad in Queens Tribune, full page ad in Queens Courier, full page ad in Queens Chronicle. Really, really well done. Very, very proud of that. All right. So, how the division of duties goes on around here is that I am the noise and he is the talent. And I bring a lot to the table. I am well aware of how talented I am. But when it comes to this particular project, how we do the division of duties, I deal with your admin and I don't watch the films until after this party. He does not touch any admin and he watches all of the films. So here's why. If he saw the emails, he would not like some people. Like me, okay? And if I saw the work, I would forgive too much and you wouldn't grow. So that's the division of duties. So he and Rosa over there, really a huge shout out. Rosa is a young person who's been with us. And every once in a while, you know, people come into the sphere that really get what he's doing and how he's trying to do it. And she really came in and just did an incredible job along with everybody else who was screening films, but there to the last minute, making these blocks and getting it done. So Mr. Cato, I'm putting you on the spot. Are you ready for some questions? Sure. Okay. Can he hold this while I just talk loud? That's kind of the way it's been for like 35 years. It'll be okay. Okay. All right. So Mr. Cato, you hold the microphone close to you. There you go. Tell us about the selection process.
Well, the selection process is once the films come in, my job is to watch the film, make my notes, and then we also make sure other people who are on the committee also at the same time see it and they make their notes. They may not agree with me, and I may not agree with them, and I like to look for things that are unusual in the notes. I don't like, well, that was a nice film. No, I don't want that. I wanted something that, well, you know what, parts of this thing suck, but but it makes an incredible point. So I'll think about that for a little bit, and that'll stick in the back of my mind. I'll go, what has it caused you such disturbance that you didn't like this film? I probably will like it a lot because that's what I look for. I want to look for something that sets me on edge, and it could be anything. I have no idea what it is until I see it.
So on the committee, we had photographers and we had film students and we had filmmakers. We had the grants manager for QCA when QCA was here, et cetera. So why do you have such an eclectic screening committee?
The reason it's eclectic and diverse is because it spreads across everything. There's young people, there's older people, me, and there's other individuals who have been around either in the arts or not necessarily in the arts, but just ordinary people who are on the committee who want to look at the films. And so I get a different idea from different people. What one person sees, someone might say something. Well, this film is really well written, and it's just certain special things about it. So I get these different opinions, and then I start looking at them. We write all this down. I put everything on 3x5 cards, and we spread them out over a 6-foot table. And I start playing shuffle, mixing and matching, finding out what's going on. Why does this film work with this one? Why would I start this film in the first position in a block? And why is this film the last one? Hopefully you'll see that.
So something that we talk about a lot is that we're not curating the festival for the industry. We're curating the festival for the widest, broadest audience we can. Because our job is to make sure that when you are in a screening, you, your cast, and your family, and your mom, you are outnumbered by people who just are interested in the block, interested in the theme,
that you are dealing with. We put you together with other filmmakers who are exploring the same themes so you can broaden your network. And sometimes having that theme makes a film that could anger a person who goes to a festival and wants to see a good short in the short block. We don't do the short block. These films now are together in conversation with each other, and they elevate each other. Ideas start to go through. The first film is called Unthinkable Conversations, and it is about parents.
Well, it's about two human beings, parents, having to make the most unthinkable, most unimaginable decision you'd have to make.
So it's really a slice of the worst of humanity. And then the last film that you have chosen in Queen's Corner is really kind of the best.
Yeah, it deals with
looking at humanity.
Looking at the best of humanity, and there is hope.
There is hope.
So that's the first image. I just told you what the first story was and what the last story is. So that's the festival. It has a beginning, it has a middle, and an end.
You may not know that, but intuitively, it brings the tribe together in some way. So wherever you are putting your hand on the beast, you'll get something more than just a screening. So this festival is not happening to you. You are the festival.
Yeah, every one of you.
Every one of you is the festival. So you must be connected to the theme in your block. You must search out the other filmmakers. If you are in a block with an international filmmaker, maybe I can write an email to introduce you to. Because what if there's a festival in that country? You have a couch because you screen together in Queens. That builds the community, and it's better for you.
About features. Hold on.
What?
Features.
Right. Let's talk about the features, because this year you really, really did it. You put in a lot more features than we've had in the past, and it was extraordinary.
And for them, and many of them are by themselves because they deserve that particular.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. So this year there are a number of features that are by themselves because I felt that it deserved a spot by itself. And so that doesn't mean that the other ones that have a pairing are any lesser thought of, but there's just a certain moment I wanted certain reflection to happen with certain films. That's all there is to it.
So what is happening now? What are you doing now every day that I hear you yelling in the back?
Well, if you're screening at the Museum of the Moving Image, you've probably been communicating with me because of DCP hell. So, but the good thing about DCPs is they're very reliable. The museum tests each one before it's screened. And you also have a DCP. If you have never had one, you now have one you can use for other festivals. And believe me, they're really an excellent way to go. But also we need ProRes 422 as a backup. So that's it. So each film has two particular files that the museum wants to make sure that the screening comes off. But just know that they do test everything.
So at the Zucker, Sam Berlin, who's been with us since the very first year, is not at a party. And anybody who knows Sam, he doesn't miss a party. But he is at home, and he is downloading films because he's got 92 babies that he's trying to take care of. So can we get what I want to do is I want to have everybody, you're going to yell out, Sam, 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 thank you. He'll be so much nicer to me. Really, I really need this. Okay. Okay. So can we, why don't you do that? Can you do the with your phone? Just do a little situation. You're going to come up here and you're going to do a little movie. All right. So we're going to, Rob Mackay is going to yell out something about Queens. No, you're not. No.
She said something about staying on people's couches. Let me also say Queens has about 90 hotels. Some of them are absolutely top-notch. Including the one we are at right now.
At the local, yes.
We also have some of the best restaurants. We have fantastic museums. We've got the Mets. We're about to get soccer. All right.
Yes. And 4 of those hotels are on our website offering specials. The local is one of them. So if you have people coming out. Okay, so I'm going to be back here and we're going to go. And then you're going to go, Sam, 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 thank you. All right, here we go. And we're rolling, here we go. Sam, 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 thank you. Oh man, that's gonna be good. You just made tomorrow so much nicer for me. It's unbelievable. Thank you so much. All right, so what is the festival like for you? This is your last question there, Preston.
I get to go around from screen to screen, and I see what some of these pictures, what this work you have done on a big screen, and it really makes me, as an individual depicted, know that it was the right choice in the right room, and that I'm hoping that the people that are experiencing your work have the same feeling about it that I have, or any feeling. It doesn't have to match what I want. It has to be whatever it might be that comes off of that screen. And it is a big thrill, and it warms my heart, and I know it does hers too, to see that work finally projected, because I know how hard you all work. So that's what it's all about for me. It's a moment of pure pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Cato. Thank you. Thank you. All right, you're done. Go drink. All right, you're done. Go drink. You're fine. Okay. No, don't leave yet. Come here. All right. You're going to give, we're going to do the raffle for the B&H $25 gift certificate. Mr. Cato, can you please get in there? $25 B&H. Here we go.
866-591.
Oh, 866-591. Really? Yay! Excellent. Very good. Do we trust him? No, I'm not sure. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm fine. Come on, you're good. You're good. Go. There you go. Let's do a picture. Come on. Here we go. We're about to get into a bunch of stuff, guys. Just hang in there for about 10, 15 more. We got this. And then there's tons more food. Stay with us, guys. Marcosito, I see you walking away. Thank you. Very good. That's funny, Mark. All right, congratulations, guys. All right, another round of applause for Preston and his team. All right, you're done. Go. Yeah. All right, this is what we're going to go through now. I'm going to go through it as painlessly as I can. What are we about? We are about the films. We are about making sure that everybody who goes through us, even the festival associates, board everybody. You have more when you leave. That's the way it needs to be. Otherwise, there are literally 15,000 festivals in the world. Why do another festival unless something of importance and value can be exchanged here? So that's really what we're about. So to that end, read your emails. I understand text is where you live. Where the festival lives is the emails. That's the way it is. If you want to have a great screening, go to your emails, read my emails. That's just the way it's going to be. All right. Community board meetings. We go to community board meetings. It's really kind of dramatic. I sign up for 2 minutes. I stand up and I say, hi, I'm at the Greensboro Film Festival. Has anybody heard? A bunch of people go, yay. Oh, and I say, oh, that's so great. Would it surprise you that there are 9 filmmakers from your district? And here they are. They stand up. You guys have your posters. The press goes to community board meetings and they publish the minutes. It makes you more Googleable. People who go to events and who like to get all up in everything go to community board meetings. They want to know what's going on in the community and they will go. It's a great way for us to reach an audience that you and I do not have. They've never come to your screening. They're not related to you and they don't work with your mother. These are people we want to have come into the theater. Some nice things. The Mayor's Office of Media and Entertainment has given us 20 bus stops. 20 bus stops. We're gonna, do you know what that is? The big signs on the bus stops? Oh, okay, let's do that again. 20 bus stops. There we go, very good. Yeah, we're gonna come up with some kind of thing where you gotta go around, you gotta take pictures, and we'll do something fun and nice about that. Partnership for After School Education did a 10,000 number mailing list. Indie Collect is doing a 15,000 one. Jackson Heights Beautification Group is doing one. You have about 35,000 people on your mailing list. The community partnerships are what sustains us. And again, it helps us reach an audience that needs to come to see your film. We can't keep, as an industry, keep playing to ourselves. We cannot. All right, the presser, March 27th at the Museum of the Moving Image. How it works. You come in with an easel. If you don't have an easel, bring something to just stand up your poster on a table. I've got some easels. They're scattered around. You are then around the parameter of the cafe. Easel person. Bring all the people that you want. We're working really hard to get all press there. I'm going to share stuff with you guys. You guys are going to also reach out to people. And as they come in and they identify who they're with, I try to send them to the right person. Now, here's the thing. If no one's talking to you and the filmmaker who's next to you, turn on your phone and go live. Interview them. Interview them. Show some interest in the other filmmaker. Show some interest in the people who are interested in them. Do them a solid. They will do the solid for you. We're going to do our best to get all kinds of press there. We're getting, people are starting to trickle in. If you'd like to work with me, all you need to do is let's email me, and let's set up like a 30, 40-minute Zoom, and let's put our heads together and let's start banging out emails in the Zoom. We've got the press releases ready to go. We've got your pages ready to go. Let's do this. Let's do this together. Any questions on the presser? Yes. No, there was something online in your email. I believe it was the first one in March 7th. Remembering what date it is just about killed me. Seriously. March 7th. I think that was it. Was that it? That's insane. Money to anybody who figures that out. Okay, so it's in there. I'm sorry. Another question in the back. Oh, right there. Maybe you should think about it really hard and see if I pick up on it. It's 9 to 11. We're there at 8. We set up. We're going to have light refreshments. They are not kidding. We are out at 11. We are out at 11. They've rented it. There's something big going on. I don't know what it is, but that's all right. All right. Trailer party, April 6th. I don't select the trailers. I don't know what level and where we are. We're going to do between 30 and 50 of them. They'll be in alphabetical order. If there was something if you sent it to somebody, if it was downloadable, chances are you're in, but don't get your nose out of joints if you're not. It'll be okay. So we're trying to give everybody something. And there's 152 new friends of mine. So we're doing the best we can on that. So what you would need to do is sign up for the filmmaker promo. You're going to come in 3 films at a time. You're going to sign your releases up and find out we'll have services. The 3 of you go in with a festival associate. You're going to shoot each other's promos. It's going to go to the next room. We're going to separate them out. We're going to email them to you. You leave with the promo. We've got a promo. Everybody's in good shape. All right. So Aiden, where are you? Aiden. Okay. He's walking around with, who has signed up for a filmmaker promo? Okay, Aiden over there, please raise your hand so we know. He said he was getting lots of questions on the filmmaker promo. What do you need? I have you scheduled for an hour, and I know it's on Saturday, and you guys, maybe not all of you, but you know what? Maybe since we're right down the street from you, if that's too hard, figure it out. Send me an email, and let's figure this out, okay? Because you guys could probably do your own. Okay, very good. Or I could send one of the young people to you. It's not going to be, we'll get this done. Okay. Anything else on the presser or the filmmaker promos? Trailer party, alphabetical order. Welcoming night. Welcoming night is on the 16th. We're at Saks, which is the restaurant in the old commissary between the 2 places. And he's giving everybody 15% off for the whole time. So on the 16th, we're going to do a live Zoom broadcast around the world that's going to bring in all of the filmmakers from all over the world who can be with us. We've done this thing for a long time. We've been to festivals. We have never got to see the international filmmakers face to face. And so they're going to come on. Each one will have a sign that is a greeting in whatever language they choose, however they want to say it. We're going to select 2 or 3 of them to speak to us. They don't need to speak in English. They'll send us their material. You'll have an English translation if that's important to you. It's not that important to me because thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people have come to this city and endured years of not understanding what they're watching or seeing, yet they are now citizens, their children are educated, and they own businesses. So it's okay with me if you're a little uncomfortable because you don't know what they're saying. Just be present and experience it, or read the English translation that we're going to make available to you. We're going to do a toast. We'll select somebody to speak. I believe that Queensboro president is speaking. Movie Maker Magazine is going to record a 2-minute greeting for the Queensboro Film Festival. Come on now. Come on. I didn't even have to humiliate myself for that. They've been so good to us, and I feel that they're pretty good for the industry, and I'm really, really happy. Okay, opening night. Here's the thing. Everybody wants to know, are we organizing mixers? Y'all don't need my help in figuring out where to drink. You don't. So I get you together intensely beforehand so that you can then decide, my whole block is going to go to Saks. My whole block is going to go to Tacumba. My whole block is going to come back to wherever I live, and we're going to do this. That's what we're hoping that you can do. So we're not organizing parties. We'll be at Saks. You should too. It's a really great place to be. Okay. All right. Be a good attendee. That's not the 11 days to get drunk. It's just not. In other words, don't puke on my shoe and think that I won't remember. Because I do. I do. Be the one who sees me lifting something and comes over and says, let me help you. Don't say, don't do that, Katha, because I was born to do it. I'm supposed to do it. That's my job, but I would appreciate some help. Okay? Don't leave a mess. Help to clean it up. If you're the first boot in, be gracious. In a Q&A, don't mention your own film when you are watching somebody else's Q&A. I did it once at a festival, and I was a gigantic asshole, and I'm terribly embarrassed. It's horrible. I'm sure they remember because it was just bad. So when you are at somebody else's screening, ask them a question that makes them look good. Ask them a question that brings out that thing that they told you at the presser that you thought was the nugget, but they don't really know it is. Be prepared for your Q&A. Please do not tell anybody from now until the 29th of April that your film is hard to describe. Do not do it. Practice it. Practice it. Get in front of a mirror. My film is about this. It's inspired by that. Here's what I think about that, and I hope you get this out of it. Practice it. It's part of the business. Show business. Bigger word. Show business. All right. There's a Q&A after every block at the end. We ask that only one or two of you go up and represent your film. Then if you have a question that you want to throw to your cinematographer or your lead actor, you can say, oh, Katha's here. Katha, why don't you take it? Katha stands up. Oh, I couldn't. Stands up and answers the question, right? But you need to represent your film. Don't bring everybody up. They were shown already. That's where they are shining. Now it's your job to push it into the next step to make people really get something else out of it. Because reflection is where people take responsibility for learning. And the Q&A is not about you. It's about your audience reflecting and getting more out of the experience. And reflection is where you take responsibility for what you learned. So you be up there representing your film. Be ready, be practiced, be ready to go. If you need to schedule time at headquarters with me, that was fine. We can do it by Zoom. We produced the festival out of our home. Before the festival, before the pandemic, I was terribly embarrassed by that. Terribly embarrassed. Didn't like to tell people that. Then 4 years ago today, the city called and said, you guys are closed because we were to open our 10th annual Queens World Film Festival at MOMI at 7:30 on the 19th. City called and said, you're closed. I said, no, we are not. We were the first festival in the world to go online with 191 films, and we ran for 11 days, and we had 30,000 views. Now, in all fairness, what else was anybody going to do? Right? We were the only game in town for about 5 days. And then other festivals started to jump on, and we made it free. The emails that I got from around the world were worried about us, about Queens, about us. This is the most intelligent audience in the world. Sorry, Manhattan and Brooklyn. We love all of you. That's fine. That's fine. But this is an intelligent borough. For the reasons I said before, you can't come to a country and do all that and not be extremely intelligent. Extremely intelligent. We have an audience for a film in any language in the world. And here's a news flash. We have a location for any filmmaker in the world. We've got authentic clothing, food, humans that can be extras or leads in any film from anywhere in the world. Queens, this is our time. This is our time. All right, so where are we now? We are filmmaker promo. We've got that going. All right, Dora, who is one of our, she's an alumni. She is a party planner. She is a board member, and she has also been super instrumental in bringing Citra and Cooperman in as a partner, who announced, I believe it was last week or the week before, I don't remember, they're going to sponsor the trailer party. So Dora, I'm going to turn this over to you, and then I'm going to have last words. Okay? Do you need somebody to help you pull, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're going to finish off the raffle. We have some really great prizes left. First, let's see what's next. Who wants a bottle of wine? Yeah, courtesy of a restaurant. This is courtesy of a restaurant that I've really fallen in love with in Astoria called Toodles and French. And they are an American and kind of accidentally French kind of infusion. Very high class place. The owner is actually formerly a liquor distributor. So actually specifically wine and aperitifs. So they don't have like a full bar. You can't go in there and order a margarita, but you can order a French 75 made with the best gin on the planet, and any sort of brandy, any sort of, liqueur, anything like that. It's an amazing place. And so this bottle of wine is courtesy of them. And let's go ahead and pull the number. Thank you, sir.
So the raffle goes to
Loudly.
866-525.
866-525. Yay! Yay! Awesome. Enjoy it.
That's right, right? I'm not cheating.
No, not at all. Oh, yeah.
You got to sell it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I put it in a little velvet bottle. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
No, I'm helping. There you go.
Great. Hey.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
So next, and I'll stay on the same theme, we have a wonderful gift from Toodles and French that is a $150 value. It is 4 glasses of wine and the largest charcuterie board you have seen in your life. And when I tell you, they put things on there I've never heard of before, like cotton candy grapes. Did you know that was a thing? Like they have all these different varieties of like fruits and nuts in addition to the amazing cheeses and meats. It's fantastic. I hope a vegan does not select this. Okay. Or regift. It's a great regift. And the number is
866-551. 866-551.
866-551. Yeah. That's it. Toodles and French. Great. Enjoy. This place is high class. Enjoy it. Oh, yes. We have to take our picture.
Yeah, we'll take a photo.
There you go.
All right.
Yay.
Thank you.
They also host a very good drag race.
All right. For some reason, this is live, by the way. Their audio cut out. So we just have B-roll right now. The only thing I would assume we would miss is probably the last words from Katha. Let me see if I can work something out. Maybe we can take the... Nope. There's nothing we can do. So unfortunately, the man behind the camera is also the person I have on the set or at the event, and that's Anusz, who's like my co-host / co-producer for this right here. So luckily, behind the scenes, I spoke to my brother Victorious De Costa, who's another filmmaker who actually is showing a film in this year's film festival. All right, and he actually decided to join live from LA anyway. So since he can't be there and I can't be there, we're gonna close this out on the virtual tip. So right on time, I got my man Victorious De Costa. Hold your phone sideways, brother, so we can get
boom.
There we go. There we go. We don't want to mess up the mystique. You know what I mean? Even though you're your own cameraman. So you're out in LA right now. Tell them who you are and while we're talking to you at the moment.
My name is Victorious DaCosta, and I'm the director and producer of Exit Interview, which is going to be screening at Queens World on Friday the 19th of April.
Friday the 19th of April, correct? You said?
Yes, sir.
How you feeling about that?
Feeling good. I'm feeling great. I was at Queens World last year. Now it's like, yo, 24, I'm in there.
Word. And hey, and it happened. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that it happened. Spoiler alert. If you watch Queens World Film Festival content, or if you don't, you need to go back to the YouTube page and watch an interview I did with Victorious and a couple other filmmakers in June, for Juneteenth. So tell us a little bit about the Exit Interview film. All right.
It's a romantic dramedy. It's about two people who broke up a few months ago, and they get together to have this mythical thing they call mutual closure, and it's a few crazy hijinks along the way with the other people in the restaurant.
All right, so let me get this straight. This film is about a couple that broke up, meeting together to talk about why they broke up?
They're just like, let's catch up for a drink, let's catch up for some tea. It's not necessarily to meet up for that, but they both miss each other, and they decide to just chat a little bit.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
It's dangerous, and it's funny. The lead song on the score is called Danger.
Hey, see?
Produced by me, and the lyricist on the song actually is one of the co-stars, Kamau.
Right.
Out in the film, I have a artist named Sky Zoo in the film, and it's starring Cameron Jones and Ray Simone.
Salute to Sky Zoo, salute to Cameron Jones. And what's the Simone Ayers? Is Simone Ayers?
Simone Ayers, right.
Right. And Camus as well, and Patricia and Skylar Taylor, Patricia Sereno. I feel like I'm saying Kamal's name wrong. Can you say his name for me? Kamal. Okay, there we go. So you just said you produced some music for this film, and you might have not heard it, but I know you was watching on Instagram. But Katha, who's doing the last the wrap up of the actual potluck right now, she spoke about people organizing their own events around their screenings, right? So I know I organized my mentee screening, the little homie screening, his party after his event, after his screening at that one. And are you planning on doing any events around the screening since it's on a Friday?
Let's talk about it. I'm DJing again, Logic. I'm DJing. So
You're DJing again, and you know I'm still promoting only special events. So this would be a special event. And actually, I remember the last time I screened at Queens World Film Festival, I did an event after the screening, which you came to.
I did.
I was at the Delancey.
It was.
Yeah. So it's all working together. It's all divine planning. Let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Let's do something super fly tonight. You with it?
It is done.
It's done. Ashe. That's what it is. So tell me why you in LA right now.
I'm in LA actually to celebrate the good brother Knowledge Bennett outside of his gallery, the No Contemporary, and he is opening today an exhibit called No Child Left Behind. So I'm just here to support.
Dope. Salute to that brother. Salute to him. Are you at the gallery now?
I'm outside.
Can I get a little sneak peek of the gallery?
Find a good shot.
Let me see. That's the gallery right there. That building right there.
No.
Okay.
The gallery, it's you can't really see it from the outside. You won't be able to tell, but it's like, there.
Oh, it's right there. Okay, yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't mind a sneak peek, but I'm gonna play the trailer of this film. As you said, you produce music for the film. There's artists in the film. You think we can get them to come through to that event too and do something crazy for us? I know we can't speak for them, but what you think, man?
It's interesting. We flew almost everyone from out of town, so I'm not sure, but we do have a soundtrack coming out, not just the score, but it's a whole soundtrack. So I'll be there.
All right, so you know what? We're gonna definitely talk behind the scenes.
Yes.
We're gonna see what we can do to, make it all work if possible. You know what I mean? I'm not a baller by any means, but if I can help do it and we can make it work and make it work for what it needs to work for, etc., it might be something we can still work out. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? We might work it out. So, hey, you got any last words before we show the trailer, or you want to come on after the trailer?
Come on after the trailer.
Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Stick around, brother. Stick around. So, all right, so I'm gonna play the trailer. I'm gonna mute us real quick, and I'm gonna make sure we, part in the sloppy transition. That ain't like me. Everybody know that, but let's do it.
All this baggage in the luggage, it's not hard to notice. Pack so many moments.
2 weeks in a row. Thanks, man. Now we really gonna need a little more time.
You and I haven't seen each other in 90 days. So who's the lucky lady?
It's y'all! If one more person is fed those wings by your hands. You gonna break up with me again?
Oh, wait, you dumped him?
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh my God. Your husband cheats on you and you take it on the next sister?
Whose mess is this? Why do you always bring it up?
Because I just feel like he came between us.
I'm really looking forward to this film, Victorious. Just so you know, I'm not on the screening committee this year, so I haven't had the pleasure of actually watching it yet, Victorious.
Oh, really?
I'm actually saving that moment for when I'm in the theater. You know what I mean? I want to bask in it. You know what I mean? Because this is not your first film, but this is your first narrative film.
This is my first scripted narrative film. I did a silent rom-com about 10 years ago. And as you know, I produced or directed 3 feature documentaries. But this is my first scripted rom-com, scripted narrative.
Mm-hmm. What made you want to make? And I'm gonna save some questions because we're gonna have a real interview later, right? But what made you want to go ahead and make this a short as opposed to just going all out for a feature?
Well, I wrote this 8 years ago when I was writing shorts. So I think when I wrote it, writing a feature wasn't even on the docket like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So instead of like waiting until I could write the features, like no one promised tomorrow.
Right.
So I said, let's get it done. And I wanted to show and prove that I could make up people in my own head and make them walk and talk. And yeah, I mean, there's a feature coming, right? But this is like, let's get this out.
Okay. Well, look, listen, I want to say congratulations. I'm uber proud of you. I'm always proud of you, but I'm I love watching the developments. I'm happy to be in the story, you know what I mean, somewhere. We've worked together in the past, long time ago,
right.
And we've both became filmmakers since then, right? So for us to be able to, have any piece of work, whether it's an event, a film festival, anything, together in common, in collaboration with, I'm honored for that. You've also graced me with interviews in the past, on the network that I'm building. So I really appreciate you, but I'm very proud of you. And I can't wait to watch this film. I'm hoping people come. It's a great day. That's another thing. I had nothing to do with picking the dates. So I'm happy to hear that they gave you a Friday, bro.
Yeah, it's my New York premiere. We before that, it would have been LA, Dallas area, or Denton, London, and it feels good to finally have my New York date. So I can't wait.
As you are a New Yorker, were you able to attend the London premiere?
That's April 1st.
That's April 1st. Oh, geez, you gotta keep me in the loop, man, a little bit more, man. I gotta see if I can get a ticket. You know what I mean? I owe a trip too. I said I owe April a trip. I owe London a trip. I'm long overdue, so that'll be.
And there, I'm doing double duty as well. I'm gonna be on a documentary producing panel out there. Brixton.
Fire. In Brixton.
Word.
With the men's them.
Right. The Rapport Film Festival in Brixton.
I'm proud of you, brother.
Brixton, Flatbush, same thing.
Exactly. How long you staying out there? Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm be out there. I can't tell them.
All right. We'll talk behind the scenes. We'll talk behind the scenes. But listen, I know you gotta go. I've lost a whole 2 camera angles and the audio from them. So so I guess I'm gonna wrap this thing up unless my brother News come back. Looks like he's coming back. Thank you for giving me some quality to the production, because even though it's virtual, I'm real stickler for what we seeing. So let's see something. Just look at my brother in news. He came back in there.
All right. I'm
See.
hop in.
Yeah, man. I don't even know if he's gonna get it together in time, but it looks like he will. He's getting things in order. I want to let him say his goodbyes, but in the meantime, in the between time for the last minute, I just want to soak in this LA, soak in this my brother Victorious, doing his New York premiere with the Queens World Film Festival, you know what I mean, which I happen to be on the board for. And no, it wasn't no nepotism in his film getting picked neither. I'm not on the screening committee. I had nothing to do with him being picked. So you were picked because we spoke about this behind the scenes. I'll let you know, like when you get picked, it's going to be because you got picked.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have nothing to do with that. I have no influence outside of, say I have to tell them when people submit that I know that that's my guy. You know what I mean? And outside of that, that's totally, I don't even know who the screening committee is this year, to be honest with you. So, I know, but outside of Don Preston, outside of him, who take, I don't, but I know what they look for. They look for you to put your all into your film.
Right. And that I did.
Exactly. That's what they look for. They're not looking for perfection all the time, even though the competition is super thick. And amongst the years, the films got increasingly like better. Like, they always pick great films, but like when I was on the screening committee a few years ago, I saw some top, like almost every film I saw, it was like well produced to great produced. I saw maybe a small percentage of something that was actually poorly produced. You know what I mean? Like everything was like people out here, they're getting their stuff together. So, but they look for your all. They look for you to put your blood, sweat, your soul into your spirit, into your script and your project. And like you said, that's what you did. So that's obviously what they saw in the project.
I've been on the committee before for a festival, and it is tough.
Right.
That joint's like a 10. Till you want a couple more joints, like, oh, snap.
That's the hardest job I ever had to do, bro.
But
The news, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, bro.
I gotta go back in though. I'm about to go back in to the.
All right. Yo, speak to you soon, brother.
All right, peace.
Peace. All right, so it's me and the news again. The news, you got to unmute yourself and tilt your camera down. Let me get a decent camera shot. Well, you got some more interviews or something in news? Talk to me. Use your microphone.
Yeah, sorry. It's just that the battery died, and I was like, I didn't know like if you were hearing me, so I was just like giving you sign language.
We lost audio before Catherine did the last, like around the raffle. We lost audio, but thankfully my guy Victorious, who's also in the film festival this year, he's in LA, so he can't be there in person. So we just allow him to join us virtually.
Thank God. Your
So
friend
it's
saved our day, saved our evening. Oh, by the way, we're taking a group picture right now, so I'm gonna like tilt the camera so that people know what's going on. So
look, we still have the crowd shot. So just move that one over there.
Yeah. Okay.
But don't carry it. It was a lot of motion earlier. No motion. Just
sorry, I was being extra creative.
Yeah. And we still need that second mic for you and your guests when you get a chance. That second camera, actually, the webcam. So as the news said, they're about to do the group shot. And let's you turn down the background noise. They're gonna do the group shot. He's giving us the angle now. So hopefully the camera calibrates itself well enough to get some of these people in crispy, but there'll be some nice, great professional photos from this. And this brings me back to my first time at the festival. I remember taking a group shot with my first film over 10 years ago, a group shot like this. This is really a cohort, right? Like when you're in a film festival for a particular year, those other people that's in the festival with you, you all completed that festival together, right? So in a lot of ways, it's like school. This is your class. This is your cohort. And especially when you're a new filmmaker, it's like your graduating class, because I would say being in a film festival is like graduating film school to me, like the equivalent, right? It's like the after you do your dissertation and you put out your project or book in the PhD cases, right? You do your dissertation. This will be you finish your project and you actually show it. Now imagine being a music artist. Salute to Victorious who's doing music. We spoke about that earlier. Imagine being a music artist that never performs anywhere. That way it makes sense. So it's the same with films. That's why we need film festivals. You may not get mainstream distribution, but at least you get some screens and some eyes on your film via the film festivals and premieres in different cities and states and countries and things of that nature. So News is going to actually interview some more filmmakers before we get out of here. And like I say, he's moving the camera around right now. He's being creative or what so have you. But I'm just going to, I guess I'm going to narrate that. I'm going to narrate that. And yeah, so this is, once again, the Queens World Film Festival annual kickoff, Potluck Live. This is some of the group shots you're witnessing at the end of the event.
All right, guys. Between heads, guys, not behind anybody.
Okay, we're taking a group shot now. Yeah, can you hear me, Montaigne?
I can hear you, brother. How you feeling?
Good. Almost done. Almost done with our potluck party, and we're taking a group shots. These are, I guess, Queens filmmakers, right? Queens filmmakers, yeah.
Okay, so what was the one before that?
I have no clue.
Just doing like a little bit of a
So we are okay. We're gonna have okay now women filmmaker, ladies filmmaker now.
Okay.
So how is everything went in? Yeah.
I was saying earlier that the group shot reminded me of my first time screening at the festival and taking group shots like that. And I was also saying that film festivals are like your cohort or your graduating class. Would you agree that when you're in a film festival with a group of filmmakers, that's like your graduating cohort?
Yeah, definitely. And the funny thing is, I got to know about Queens Film Festival when I was doing my capstone for my, grad school, and that is where I got in touch with Queens Film Festival, and then I applied, and it got selected, and I graduated with my master's degree, and then I graduated with my documentary at the same time in the same year. So yeah, I completely agree with you.
Wow, that's what's up. So you got some filmmakers with you now, right?
I do. Yeah, I have. So yeah, I have
let's see what kind of shot we can get because we don't have the webcam shot anymore. Unless you want to set that up.
Okay, let me shut up the webcam shot. Hold on.
Did the webcam unplug or something?
Let me check. Okay, hold on. Let me check.
If it's still plugged in, all you got to do is share it.
Okay. Hold on.
And while a news handles that other shot, we might as well watch another trailer. So I'm gonna pick a trailer at random. Let's try this one. Freedom Hair. Let's see what Freedom Hair is about. All right, this one looks pretty interesting, and we have a trailer for it. We're in luck. Let's do it.
Hair is a hallmark of beauty. Whole societies that bring value on hair, from ancient Egyptians to feudal Chinese, and for him to just dismiss me like that. No. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
No harm done. Whoever you were telling off sure had it coming to him.
Oh, you heard me?
Kind of hard not to.
It's just my professor. Well, can I ask you something?
Okay.
Is hair a thing to you? Like, not your hair specifically, just hair in general. Like, does it mean anything to you? Or is it like a superficial thing, like a toenail?
Well, I don't think I'd like to run my fingers through my lady's toenails.
I've got to go.
All right. The news, what's going on, brother? Okay, so no worries.
So apparently the webcam is not working. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my laptop.
No, you know what you can do? You know what you do? The shot that's on the audience right now, just put that on your guest.
Okay, hold on. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you work that. This is live, folks. This is live, like we said earlier. So you're gonna have to see some of the hiccups and everything that come with the live. All right.
Boogie down.
Staten Island.
All the women.
I think Staten Island.
Hey, that jersey. Ladies, we need all the women. Anyone who is a woman or identifies as one, please join us up here.
Put it around where the webcam was.
Let's call people to be in the front. You know who you are.
Looks good. I would just lower it a little bit. All right, man. So the shot looks good, but we lost his audio with the other device. So it's a lot of moving parts right now. So we're gonna get that together, and we're gonna show some more trailers while we do that. So this one is called Follower. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this. Hopefully we got a trailer, and we're in luck. Let's check this out. Follower.
What can you tell me about the New Meta Society?
It was everything I ever wanted. He saved me.
The man who kept you locked up alone in a room for several days.
No, it wasn't like that. You don't understand. The only way to achieve order was through one love. The love only Andrew could.
That was Follower. That one will be playing at the 6 films that have you been warned. It's called Horrifying 6 films that you have been warned. That's the block, April 20th at the Kaufman Astoria Studios. We're going to give my partner in news a little bit more time to see if we can get the situation situated live at the Potluck. All right. Yeah, some filmmakers that want to talk about their films. If not, we can cut it short. It's already been 2 hours. We spoke to a lot of filmmakers, and the news and I will be interviewing these filmmakers before their actual screenings. And a lot of filmmakers have been able to talk so far. So, but I think it's only right that we show you a few more trailers. This one is called Flushing. All right, as in Flushing, Queens. Let's check this one out. All right, looks like, do we have a trailer? We don't have a trailer. We're not in luck. I was looking forward to seeing that trailer, but while we at it, I'll read the synopsis. 2 native New York 20-somethings discouraged by the gentrifying city, they call home, reluctantly make the decision that forever changes the trajectory of their lives. All right. So this film will be playing at the Queens Corner, 6 films as diverse as our borough. All right, that will be at the Momi Redstone. All right, so check that out, and that's on April 28th. We are showing films for 11 days at this year's film festival, and I'm gonna pick one more. Let's try one more. Let's see Jade. This cover art is a little interesting, so hopefully we got a trailer for Jade. All right, let's do it. I'll read the synopsis first. Freddie, a younger father desperate to win back custody of his daughter, goes to see his best friend and barber, Noah, for a fresh haircut before heading to court. Even though Freddie tries to mask it, Noah knows his boy more than anyone else and understands his fears. With tough love and a fresh fade, Noah helps Freddie find confidence. He needs find the confidence he needs, on the most important day of his life, a priceless exchange. All right, so let's watch the trailer. We have a trailer for this one. We're in luck. All right, this is Jade by Robert Manning Jr.
What's up, motherfucker? Yo. It's good, man. Where you at?
I'm downstairs.
Well, then come upstairs. Let me get the 1.5. I want to look distinguished.
Ain't no way we losing this case.
It looks interesting, and it looks like we're still setting up live from the potluck. The news is going to go. All right, I'm gonna mute the sound a little bit. I'm gonna give them a little bit to work with. All right. All right, let's try it. Sound check, mic check.
Okay, how did the sound work? Is it working? The sound is working.
The sound is working.
Okay.
How you feel, man? The technology got you running around like a.
Oh my God! Don't ask. Somebody tripped on the wire, and
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
The juice died. The battery died.
Listen,
Somebody tripped the
Mur-
wire.
Murphy's law. Murphy's
Yeah.
law.
Okay. So I guess we are ready. So this is my camera, and this is my guest camera. Is it like looking?
Tilted it just a little bit more, so we can see the guests a little bit more. There we go.
Good?
Yeah, you might have pressed the button or something. Boy, news, man. He got to do all of that by himself over there. All right, but he'll get it. Tilt it a little more towards the guest. Just curve it towards curve it more towards you. Yep. There we go. Little more. There we go. So the news. I'm gonna sit in for this. They can't hear me, but I'm gonna sit in for this. So you might have to ask some questions from me if I have a question for you. All right.
Definitely, I'm gonna be asking them questions. Yeah. I
All right.
hope the technology will work in our favor.
No, we're good. We're good, bro.
Okay, perfect. Are we? Should I like talk to the filmmakers now, Montan? Tell
I
me.
think we should talk to the filmmakers now.
Perfect. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna be talking to another filmmakers. So we have two filmmakers in the house. So tell me your name and the name of your movies.
My name is Johnny Sanchez. The name of my movie is Spic, SPIC. And this is
Hi, I'm Heidi Marshall, and I'm the director of our film SPIC.
Tell me more about your movie.
it's about a young boy whose mother has been arrested by immigration, and he's doing everything he can to get her back. And him and the father clash about what they need to do to get her back.
Is it a short? Is it a feature length? What kind of movie is this?
It's a short film, 17 minutes.
17 minutes. So who came up with this idea of making this movie about this story?
Well, Johnny has been telling me this story for many, many years because we're also married, and it's a personal story from his childhood. So it was adapted into this movie.
Personal story. Can you give us a little bit about the personal story?
Yeah, so there's the basis of the story is inspired by some truth. The rest is my imagination. Where my imagination comes into play is my parents were undocumented when they first arrived into the U.S. And then what I start to play with is the young boy's mom is arrested by immigration, and he's trying to do everything he can to get her back, including trying to do some illegal activities. And that's where the story is based a little bit on truth. When I was a kid, the neighborhoods I grew up in were riddled with crime and gangs. And then the fiction part is me trying to do whatever I can to get my mom back. So it's a little bit of mixture of truth and fiction, but there is basis of truth in the story.
And which blog does your movie belong to, and on what day can they watch your movie?
Yeah, so it belongs to the Queens Corner block, which will be playing on April 28th at 4:30 p.m. at the Museum of Moving Image Redstone Theater.
We should tell you why it's in the Queens Corner block, which is that we filmed it in our neighborhood here in Elmhurst and Jackson Heights, Queens. So it is a locally made film.
And we live in Queens.
How long did it take for you to make this movie?
We were actually going to shoot it in 2020, and then something happened in 2020. I think we all know. Yeah, forget what it was too. So we had to postpone it. So we actually shot at the end of 2021, but because we're a short film and everything's coming out of pocket, it took us about a year to do post-production.
Anything else you want to add before I let you guys go?
I think we're just really proud of it, and we're really excited to screen it here in Queens, in our neighborhood. That's why we applied to this festival, because we are really proud of Queens. We love Queens and love being able to show and represent the diversity here in our neighborhood. And we're so excited to invite Johnny's family and our community here from all the boroughs. And it's just going to really be something special to gather everyone together. And at the Museum of Moving Image, oh my God, it's
Beautiful.
a gorgeous theater, and
Gorgeous
to see
theater.
it projected so large, it's just going to be beautiful.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, if you guys wanna like enjoy those movies, make sure you log into queensworldfilmfestival.org and buy the tickets and go to the festival, which is gonna start on April 6th and run through April 28th. And we have another filmmaker with us in the house. So what's the name?
Raymond Knudsen.
Raymond, and what is the name of the movie?
It's called Prep. It's a short film. It's playing on 420 at 3 o'clock in the Chasing Success block.
And what is this? What is your movie about?
The film is a bodybuilding fever dream fueled by childhood trauma, food porn, and acid techno music.
Oh, that's heavy.
Very heavy. Yeah, it's essentially about a bodybuilder struggling with an eating disorder, but we cut in and out of visuals of what's going on in his head and in like within his emotions.
Who came up with this idea of like making a story on this particular topic?
It's a very personal film. I used to be a competitive bodybuilder, so I spent some time in that world. I always wanted to play football in high school. I didn't get to. I went to a film school though, so I didn't get to like channel that competitive energy. So bodybuilding was the perfect outlet to do that because it's a very individualistic thing. But through that personal experience, I learned how complex the entire sport is, and very few people have made movies about bodybuilding. Those who haven't done it themselves. So just poured my heart out, and it's been connecting with people so far.
And why should people watch a movie?
Say it again.
Why should people watch a movie?
I think everybody has a relationship to food. I don't think there are. I think people who have an unhealthy relationship to food aren't aware of those habits and patterns, and I just think it'll open people's minds up if they watch a muscular man struggling with what a lot of men struggle with, but feel like they can't talk about.
When you talk about unhealthy relationship, what does that mean?
Say it again.
When you talk about unhealthy relationship with food, right? What does that entail? What does that mean? Unhealthy relationship with food.
Oh, so someone's relationship with food? Like I think people from different cultures are taught to finish their plate and to finish food because their parents weren't fortunate enough to have that type of food. So that results in disordered eating. I think social media forces people to think that a certain type of body is defined as beautiful, and it causes people to chase things for the wrong reasons. So I think relationship to food can mean a lot of different things, I think with them bodybuilding, food is the single element that shapes your body. And I don't think when someone looks at a muscular bodybuilder, they don't think of that person struggling with wanting to eat junk food or eat certain types of foods. And it's such a psychological game I think a lot of people aren't aware of. And I think a lot of people, when they watch it, it is a very specific sport, but the themes are very universal. I think that's why a lot of us make movies.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining.
Say it again.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, if we have the trailer of his movie Prep, then Monten, it's all yours.
You was gonna let me be on mute, the news? You was just gonna let me be? No. I was gonna say let's do it in order, right? So before we play the trailer for Prep, it was another film that I want to say the name of that film. Hold on, was I had it before. It was Prep, and then it was
Prep, and then sorry, I didn't realize that.
No, I had it pulled up, so now I'm spacing because I know I had it pulled up. So it wasn't Stockade. That's something I played earlier.
Mm-hmm. No problem. You keep looking at it.
It was SPIC. Excuse me. It was SPIC. Mm-hmm. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play that one, and then we're gonna play. Then we're gonna go to play the other one, and then we'll get to the next interview. Fair?
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's give everybody a shot. Let's do it.
Cindy told me about your mom. You told him?
Yeah, it's messed up what happened to her.
Mami, ¿cuándo regresas a casa? Sí, estoy ayudando a papi. Pero papi no cocina como tú.
Hablé con los abogados y te pueden representar. Sí, son caros. No sé, mi amor, pero tenemos que contratarlos. Hermano, si me puedes prestar el dinero, te lo agradecería muchísimo. Para sobrevivir en este país, tenemos que hacer lo que sea. Piénsalo.
Immigration got my mom, and she needs a good lawyer. I gotta do whatever I gotta do.
Somos negros, blanco y amerindio. 3 razas en nuestra vena y cada una hace una cosa diferente. Pero unidas hacen mucho más. La raza. ¿Entiendes?
¿Sabes lo que es un speak? Spanish people in control.
Wow, I'm glad I played that trailer, to say the least, and that one is definitely on my list of films to see. I wanted, before we get to the next interview, we had somebody else with another film, and I believe that one was called Prep. So we're gonna play Prep's trailer, and then we're gonna get to the next interview. So this trailer is only 1 minute, 57 seconds to be exact. So bear with us. Thank you for joining us. The news. And over to you, brother.
Yeah, thank you, Montaigne. And we have with us like two filmmakers in the house, Mikey and Michelle. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us. We're so excited to be here.
Tell us about your movie.
So this is a movie that is it's a bit of a day in the life story of one woman who is trying to go through the hardest time in her life, the only way she really knows how, which is through dance and positivity and the color pink, basically.
What is the name of the movie, by the way?
It's called Cheery Up, Baby.
Okay, and how do you spell Cherry Up?
Cheery Up, it's like cheer, CHEERY, cheery up, baby. It's something my dad used to tell me when I was always like feeling down. He would just be like, cheery up, baby. You know, things are going to be okay.
Who came up with the idea of making this movie?
It was actually, I wrote the film. So I went through, it's, you know, born out of the pandemic, a grief movie. And I really just needed a way to kind of process a lot of my feelings. So yeah, that was mine.
And which blog does the movie belong to? When can we watch it?
So this block is the World of Dance on Saturday, the 27th of April at 3 o'clock.
And what is so special about your movie?
For me, I think it's special because I think it has a very feminine kind of, also Mexican American outlook on life. Like something my family always says is "échale ganas," and for me, that's what this movie is about. It's like echándole ganas and trying to kind of honor that part of myself. So, and I hope it's a movie that kind of like is fun to watch and brings a smile to your face, as well as like touches kind of that dark part inside of you, or that needs to be kind of validated as well.
Filmmaker, why Queens World Film Festival? Why are you guys here?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Why are you guys here besides the food?
So we actually came to Queens World one time before in 2021. We had a horror movie that time, and it was a very big movie, and it was kind of heavy, and all the moving parts were a lot. And so we were like, we want to start trying to do something and see what we can do that's a little bit lighter. And we did this sort of just the two of us, and we knew that while this was completely different than the last movie, we really loved our experience at Queens World, and we just wanted to come right back, and hopefully they were interested in it, and luckily for us they were, and we got to come back. So
Queens.
We are from Queens. And before I let you guys go, why should people come and watch a movie?
That's a good question. I think that if you want to have fun and cry and laugh and feel motivated to keep going on in life, this is the movie for you, and we're in a dance movie, and it's like the theme is like 6 movies you can dance to. So if you want to get out there, feel motivated to keep moving on, this is the block for you.
Anything else?
Sorry.
Anything else you want to add?
This movie's very close to our heart. We made it in memory of several of her family members, and it's very special to us. And every time we watch it, we still get a tear, and hopefully you guys will too. And we love the movie, and hopefully you will.
It's time for our audience to watch the trailer of a movie. So thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
So Mountain, all to you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Pho. I'm a 30-year-old woman. I live alone in the Big Apple, and I love it. The thing about me is that I love
These films are looking great. Excuse me. And looks like the news has some more filmmakers with them. We're gonna have our hands full this year, news. So many filmmakers to interview. As the news works that out, I guess we'll. Okay, I think he's ready. He's ready.
Yeah.
You ready, news?
Yeah, I am ready to go. Okay, and we have like 2 filmmakers with us, and apparently these 2 filmmakers belong to the same block of this film festival, but they have like 2 separate films. So first of all, introduce yourself, then talk about your movie, and then I'll come to you.
Sure. Hi, I'm Melanie LaRosa, and my film is called How to Power a City, and we're in the environmentally speaking block, 2 films about what's going on in the world.
Hi, I'm Katja Plate, and my film is Las Dogas. And as Melanie already said, we're together in the block, and it's a stop motion animated short film set in the future, an animated metaphor to our times.
What's going on in the world?
Well, my film is about people in 6 locations, each leading solar or wind power projects. So I thought it was going to be a film about technology, but it turned into a film about leadership.
Is it a fiction, non-fiction?
It is a feature documentary, and it's a solutions-oriented story. So they don't fix everything in it, but it's about making progress.
And what about you?
And pretty much what I could say is my film is about if people don't do what they're supposed to do, which Melanie says in her film, that's what's going to happen. But it does have a positive and message in my film. But it's basically after everything has fallen down, there's no more water and no more rain. That's where my film comes in.
Who came up with the idea of making the movie about this theme?
Me. I came up with the idea. I got very interested a long time ago and started following these projects after somebody asked me on a sidewalk in Brooklyn if I wanted to switch to wind power in my New York City apartment. And I said, how do you do that? And I kind of spent the last several years answering that question and sharing this answer with as many people who want to see it, because it's a very important issue of our time. We all know that climate change is, a devastating us these days, but there are things we can do, and there are things people are doing.
There are people who say climate change is hoax. I don't know why they're saying that. Anyway, why animation? Why animated movie?
Yes, animation, because my background, I'm actually an artist, and I feel that that's just another entrance for people to get to this problem about global warming. There are many ways you can get people, concerned and involved, and animation is just one other way. So it kind of like it opens up the audience much more, and I just love it. I have a passion for handcrafted work, and I feel that with how the world is going over technology, with my craft, which is all handcrafted, it's kind of like the opposite. I'm kind of like bringing it back to basics.
And with AI being a thing that is really influencing the movie world, we need to pay attention to handcrafted.
Is AI gonna steal our job?
Maybe it already did.
Thank you so much for guys for joining us. But before I let you go, okay, tell our audience when, on what day they can watch a movie.
Yes, so it's taking place at the Museum of Moving Image, Redstone Theater, Saturday, 3 p.m., April 27th.
April 27th, Saturday, 3 p.m., just after Earth Day.
Thank you.
The Environmentally Speaking block.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys, for sharing your thoughts with us, and we're gonna be playing your trailer with our audience. Thank you. You're gonna be seeing it on live on Facebook and YouTube. Go live. we are live. Martin, all to you.
All right, so we have a trailer for one of those films, and apologies, I put a wrong image up for a split second for one of the films, but it's another.
Apologies accepted.
But but check it out. So we have the animated one. So I'm looking forward to seeing this trailer. So let's check it out.
My friends, the time has come to create the clouds that will hold our life-sustaining rain.
The homies are nothing like their human ancestors. They understand that all life is interdependent. It was all of a sudden the homies became so sick. The water we've extracted from the homies' blood isn't even enough for one rainfall.
Your Highness, I'm concerned the water my forefathers collected before the rain stopped won't last.
There isn't one drop of water in the groundhog's cistern.
And now, with the homies being ill,
we must figure out quickly what's wrong with the homies, or we all die. Alma's the best healer in the land.
Alma, please hurry. We need you.
All right. Looks like the news is back with some more filmmakers.
Yes, I am back, and we have with us another filmmaker with us. And okay, welcome to our live.
Thank you. Good to be here.
What's your name, and what's the name of your movie?
My name is Paige Henderson, and I'm the director of 3 Easy Steps.
3 easy steps to become brave. 3 easy steps to be what?
3 Easy Steps to a Better You is the... Yeah.
Better you. Okay, tell me the thought process about making this movie.
Yeah, so this film is about, at its core, a woman struggling with ADHD, and I have severe ADHD, and it was especially having it during this process. So for me, I wrote it with my co-creator, Nicole Murray, who is also in it. And for us, like, a lot of times when we write, we are more inspired by an image or a quote or something. And so I actually didn't know it was going to turn into a film about ADHD when we started writing it, but it was something that was kind of working itself through my brain. I didn't know I had it at the time. I didn't want to accept I had it. So like that is eventually what came out on paper. And then during the whole process, I was struggling really badly with my ADHD. So it was like kind of this weird dichotomy of like being like, oh, I can use this to inspire the film, and also like, oh, it's really hard to make this film right now because I'm in such a severe state. So yeah. Yeah, it's super personal. It's super like raw, but also playful, and it's a genre bending film. So it's like we use genre bending and like magical realism and a little bit of horror to explore these personal, soft, intimate issues.
What's
Which
the
block
name?
does which block does your movie belong to?
It's in the On Becoming block, which is April 24th at 7 p.m. at the Zucker Theater.
3G steps, but you haven't made a trailer yet, right?
The trailer is in its final editing stages, so it'll be coming soon.
What is taking you so long? 3G steps.
With the trailer? Decisions.
So, anything else you want to add before I let you go?
Just I'm super excited. This is our first festival actually, so I'm super excited to put the film out there. And I think that the best part of making a film is when you have like a singular person from the audience come up to you and say, oh my God, I resonate with that, or I feel seen, or whatever. So yeah, I'm just really excited for this festival, and it seems like there's a lot of really other great films here. So yeah.
I guess this is the first phase of your filmmaking. So what's gonna be in the second phase or third phase?
For this film, or
it's like playing with your, I guess I'm doing a word play with your name, phase and phase.
Third step. The second step is, a feature version. I don't know. Not actually.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much.
The news. You said it was 3 easy steps.
Yeah, 3 easy steps. Yeah, and unfortunately, she hasn't made a trailer yet.
No, I heard that part. I was just
Okay.
I was just looking for the poster art or something too.
Thank you. So yeah, we have another filmmakers in the house. So we are, she's on the way, and I'm gonna be talking to her right now. So hi, Anuj.
Danny.
Nice meeting you. So Danny, what is the name of your movie, and which blog does your movie belong to?
Yeah, the film is called The Rushing of the Sea, and we're in the recovery block on May 19th at 5:30 at the Zucker Theater.
What kind of movie is this? Like, what genre does it belong to? Is it a documentary or is it something else?
Yeah, it's a narrative short film with some magic realism elements. It's a bit of a tone poem. Yeah.
Nice. And who came up with the idea of making a movie about it?
Oh, it was my idea. I'm the writer.
You are the writer and director, I guess?
No, writer and actor, and co-producer by necessity.
Co-producer by necessity. Okay, that's an interesting way to put the things. Okay, so tell me, why movie? Like, why filmmaking?
I started out writing as more of a playwright and an actor, and then I think there just became a time where I was thinking about the stories so visually, and I had already started to fall in love with the way we tell stories on screen a lot of times, and just the different mediums really both spoke to me. And so with this particular idea, it was just always a film. Yeah.
Do we have a trailer of your movie in our website? If so, we can always play it.
Yes, there's a trailer.
Okay, Mountain, you're gonna do your magic now. So in the meantime, what is so special about your movie so that people should buy tickets and go and watch it?
Oh, yes. So this film, I really think people are coming to this film they're coming away from it with a sense of feeling a bit less alone. That's a lot what I'm getting. It's about grief and healing, which can be really heavy things, but it's also the way it takes us through that journey and ends on a note of hope, I think is connecting with a lot of folks. And so I'm really excited to spread that love around a bit farther.
Is it the first film festival that you have been part of?
Oh, no, we've had a few festivals before this. We're kind of winding down our festival run this year, and very excited that Queen's World is on that list. We targeted this one very specifically. We always knew this is one we wanted to be a part of, and just very excited that it worked out.
Anything else you want to say before I let you go?
No, I think that's it. I'm looking forward to seeing you and everyone at the theater.
Oh, by the way, before I let you go, what food did you bring today in the potluck?
Ooh, What a good question. Let me look up the name of the thing I brought because it is a new food to me that I found, but it seemed kind of perfect. I bought it because my co-producer was making a food, but then she got sick, unfortunately. I brought deli manju, which is like little Korean taiyaki. So little custard-filled fish pastries. Yes, if there are, they're going home with me after you get one.
Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. So, Mountain, do your magic.
And the trailer wasn't there.
Okay, okay.
But let's see if it's on YouTube. It might be on YouTube.
Okay,
Right?
in the meantime, I'm going to be talking to another filmmaker.
All right.
Hi. Hi. I'm doing good. So, what's your name and what's the name of your movie?
My name is Noam Shapiro, and my film is called Jade.
How do you spell it?
Jade.
Okay, and which block does your movie belong to?
It's on the Take This block. It's on April 17th at 7 p.m.
What is your movie about?
My movie is about a man who's trying to get custody back of his daughter, and he goes to his best friend and barber's house to get a haircut and some tough love.
Is it a short or is it a feature length?
It's a short.
Short. So, are you the writer of this movie as well?
I am the co-creator, meaning I am the writer, I am the producer, I am the co-star of the film. I'm everything but the director. Yeah.
What is so special about your movie?
I think the movie, for one thing, before an actor, I was a barber. And so we wanted to capture that life very authentically on screen. And I was a barber in Queens, in Jamaica, Queens. And the other thing that I think is really special about the film is that we wrote the film, me and my friend Luke, before he had any kids. And then after the film came out, he actually had a daughter. So it was very much like life imitates art kind of thing. And it's just a really, really, I think, we pack a lot into a short amount of time in terms of making it a really special, meaningful, and humorous slice of life. Yeah.
It's so funny that it's been a while since I've heard this word barber, because I've always heard people saying hairdresser. Is there a difference or?
Oh yeah, there's a difference.
Okay, enlighten me.
Yeah, so I think the main difference is the barbershop culture, especially in New York, and I can't speak on other cities. I mean, there was a movie made called Barbershop, right? But I really think it's the culture of the barbershop, meaning that, I mean, it is a mostly male environment, obviously, so that, lends something to it, though it's not exclusively that. You're going to hate this answer, but you have to go to a barbershop to understand. It's like a community center. You'd have people who come in who are not even getting their haircut for the day, but they're family. Yeah. Yeah.
So they're gonna be watching this movie on what day and where?
April 6th. Let me not mess this up. April 17th at the Momi Redstone at 7 p.m.
April 17th. And why should people watch a movie?
Well, I think if you're a New Yorker, you're going to love this movie. I think if you appreciate barbershop culture, you're going to love this movie. And I also think if you're a father or really a parent of any kind, also if you're a lover of cinema, we took influences from Edgar Wright, from Spike Lee, really any New York filmmaker down the line. That's who we took influences from. So I really think if you're a fan of any of those things, you'll really appreciate this film.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. And what's your name? You never told me. Very nice to meet you.
By the way, what did you bring today? What food did you bring today?
I brought Dominican food, and I wanted to bring oxtails, but they didn't have oxtails because in the film I'm making oxtails as the victory dinner for when he wins custody back, hopefully. But they didn't have it, so I brought some beef stew, rice, and beans.
I hope that's still left.
I hope so. I mean, it was good. So when I went up there, it was a big hit. So I don't know.
Congratulations on that. I hope your movie becomes another big hit.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, by the way, Montan, before you play the trailer, do you know the difference between like hairdresser and barber?
Yeah, man. Actually, I played the trailer earlier when we were setting up things, and I played it again while he was talking, just the visual part.
Right.
But yeah. So a hairdresser is somebody who's going to deal with hair that needs to be like hair like yours, right? Yeah, they're gonna cut it, they're gonna style it, they're gonna shampoo it, They might put a little color in it. They might give you a little shriek,
Right.
that type of thing, right? That's a hairdresser, right? But a
Okay.
barber, they're using clippers and scissors, and mostly clippers, right? And that's for hair more like mine's, which
Okay.
you can still use clippers,
Right. Right. Right.
but most likely, if you want the best haircut, you're gonna go with the latter. You're gonna do it all.
Okay.
But me, all I need is some clippers on mine, right? And
Uh
they
huh.
do everything with it. So it's really about the clippers.
Okay.
And then
Interesting.
culturally, hairdressers is more, for it's unisex, but it's more for women. And
Okay.
then barbershop is also unisex, but is more predominantly men.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you just enlightened me.
No doubt. Well, you got a nice filmmaker next to you. Let's see what they're working with. So,
Yes, and I guess the name of a movie is Blood is Thicker, and we have Melissa. So, Melissa, what is the movie about, and which blog does your movie belong to? The name of the movie is Blood is Thicker, right?
Yes, the name of the movie is Blood is Thicker. I am the writer, director, editor, and one of the two actors in it. It's about sisters who are semi estranged and are reconnecting after a long time and dealing with a mother who has dementia and hidden, buried memories and trauma from their childhood. And the blood is family.
Which blog does a movie belong to, and when can we watch it?
Oh, Block is the family drama. It's on Tuesday, the 23rd at 7 p.m. at the Zucker Theater.
You wear a lot of hats. So, now, tell me about it.
I'd say primarily I'm a director, but I started as an actor many years ago, and then I started writing, and directing was the last thing that I decided to try, and I fell in love with it and have kind of don't want to do anything else really at this point. Started editing just to save money and time doing indie short films. It's faster to get it done myself than to wait for somebody who is not making enough money and so they put it as their last priority.
How long is a movie, and what is? Oh, I just went blank. Yeah, it hasn't been happened for a while. Okay, what was I about to ask you? Yeah, how long was the movie, and how long did it take to make a movie?
The movie's just under 15 minutes. I think it's 13 or 14, something like that. We shot in one day. It was a very long day, but it was one day, and it took me probably 4 or 5 months to edit it, and then another month or so to get it through color and sound and the composition. I have a beautiful score by Louis Robert King. It's very sparse and tight. The color by Montana Rock, who was also my AD on the shoot, and sound by Andrew Marcus, who is a brilliant sound designer. Hire all of these people.
So before I let you go, why should people watch a movie?
I think that it's funny, it's thought provoking, it's difficult, it's shocking. There's a twist at the end, so make sure you watch the whole thing before you decide what it's about. And there's some really good acting. Not to my co-star. This is the third time I've directed her in a film. I've directed her on stage 2 or 3 times. She's just brilliant, and I love working with her. Janine Bartel. If you ever get a chance to put her in one of your films or in one of your plays, do it. She makes everything better.
Last but not the least, I've been asking this question to all the guests tonight. What food did you bring today?
I brought a lasagna.
Oh, really?
I did. I don't know. It seemed to be pretty popular. People, when I checked, it was going fast.
Next year, then. Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So, Mountain, show us your magic.
No trailer, bro.
No train. Oh my God, you're a magician. Come on, so show me something. Okay, wait. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll look for it. I'll look for it. But we got another filmmaker. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, we do have another filmmaker. Hey, so what's your name? Josh. Nice meeting you, Josh. So Anuj. Anuj. Yeah. So what is the name of your movie?
It's a short film called Coda.
Coda.
Yeah.
CODA. Coda.
Correct.
Perfect. So when are we gonna watch a movie, and which block does your movie belong to?
It is. I gotta consult my card. Opening night in the Take This block at Momi. So that's April 17th at 7 p.m.
What is your movie about?
So it's about a mother. It's a mother and a son relationship film. She is at the end of her life, and he is her caretaker and struggles to take care of her.
Who came up with the idea of making a movie on this story?
So it was actually made as part of a directing intensive that I actually did in Hungary, in Budapest. And the teacher and mentor of the lab, he proposed a theme, which was knife. And I sort of interpreted knife as like the sacrifice, like self-sabotage, self-sacrifice, how far you go for family or for friends. Funny enough, the first idea I came with was completely different, and he rejected it and he said, go rewrite it.
Complete trash?
Yeah, he said, I'll never forget. He said, this is too much parable. And he said, film must be physical and visible. Go. And he sent me back to the cafe. And then because this film was made in 2 weeks, the idea was just a son cooks soup for his mother. And then it sort of grew. Oh, he does this thing. He does this thing. And eventually it was like, oh, he is her caretaker. So it sort of grew organically under the time crunch I had to make it in, because I was only in Budapest for 2 weeks. So it was sort of evolving along the way as I was casting. Even when I got to the location, oh, what do we have here? What can we use?
No, say the film name again.
CODA Coda. Yeah, I hope we have a trailer of your movie in the website.
I think I sent one in.
Okay, then we're gonna be playing that trailer after we are done with this. Help me understand, how come you went to, how did you go to Budapest, and how did this workshop happen?
So basically, one of my favorite filmmakers in undergraduate was this guy named Bellatar. He's a Hungarian filmmaker. He's sort of one of the godheads of slow cinema. And I was scrolling on Twitter, and someone said Bellatar is hosting a directing intensive in Hungary. So I submitted a short film of mine and a letter of interest, and I got in. And so I was one of 12 directors chosen for this intensive. And it was a very quick process. I got in, and then literally a week and a half later, I was in Hungary, and it was last January. It was hosted by this organization called Frizifa, which basically, I don't know if you're familiar with the politics of Hungary, but there's a far right, essentially autocrat dictator in charge. His name is Viktor Orban. And he basically defunded and fired anyone from the film school there who wouldn't sort of get in line with him and make his propaganda movies. And so Frizifa was born out of that. And their whole thing in bringing filmmakers from across the globe, because I was the American, but there's people from Canada and from Egypt and Britain and Taiwan and Palestine. They wanted to build potential for international co-productions, for funding and collaborators from all over. And so, yeah, it was sort of, that's how it came to be. And then Bella is, the figure he is in international cinema, is able to sort of rally filmmakers around him. And so, yeah.
Congratulate him for me.
Sorry, say that again.
Congratulate him for me.
Oh, my co-host and my co-producer, Montaigne, wants to congratulate you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What's his name?
Montaigne.
Montaigne. Thank you, Montaigne. Yeah, it was the greatest artistic experience of my life. It was such a dream. I mean, just being able to work with Bella, but it's definitely that experience is when I feel like I found sort of artistic confidence for the first time. That was about 5 or 6 years into making films, and it's cool too because I'm working with filmmakers from that lab, like I made another short film with the Canadian from the lab. The Palestinian filmmaker I met there, I'm producing his first feature film that shoots in Lebanon later this year. So it was really, and I mean, just being surrounded by such talented people, really, and also I kind of got interested in making movies and in cinema because of international filmmakers. Like, I mean, there's American filmmakers I like, but by and large, the international sphere is what got me into it. And so, being able to now be more connected and have opportunities in that space is just such a dream.
Thank you so much for. Oh wait, before I thank you, what food did you bring today?
Oh, I brought banana bread.
Banana bread. Did you make it yourself or you bought it?
I bought it.
Ah, bummer. Come on, you could have make banana bread.
I know. Hey, the schedule's tight right now.
You got bigger things to do.
Yeah. Maybe. I just, maybe I don't manage my time well enough. But yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, this was a great event, great turnout, and I'm very excited to show in the Redstone, that theater. I love the theater at MoMI. The sound is my favorite sound theater in the entire city.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So time to watch the trailer of his movie.
Actually, we can't watch the trailer at this moment, but
Okay.
we'll talk about that. But
Yes, we have a last filmmakers to talk to, and then
yeah, I was about to say that's a hard act to follow. So, how many more filmmakers you got?
I have at least. Well, let me talk to top two rate. How many filmmakers do we have? We have two more.
Okay, because that was
Okay.
a hard act to follow. I'm that guy that's a story he got. That's a story. Man.
Yeah. Okay. Let's welcome our
What
another filmmaker. Hi.
happened?
Nice to have you. Please.
Use the mic. Use the mic, bro. When you talk,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
So, what's the name and what's the name of your movie?
So my name is Daniel Maldonado. I'm from Astoria, and I have a film in the festival. It's a short film. It's called In Darkness, There Is Light.
In Darkness, There Is Light.
Yeah, I'll show you this sort of what the poster looks like. Okay.
Is it a short? Is it a feature?
It's a short film. It's about 13-minute film, and it's playing in the Queens block program, which is all the local Queens filmmakers, on Sunday, the last day of the festival, at the Redstone Theater at the Museum of Moving Image. I think around 4:30. I think. Yeah.
What is the movie about?
Well, so this is an experimental film. So there's no story, so to speak, but I describe it as an interpretive elegy that I made for the Queens community right when the COVID lockdown came in, which is at this point about 4 years ago, right? Because it happened in around March 20th, in 2000. So 4 years ago. I started while I was working. I was delivering groceries during the lockdown, and I was developing ideas to make a film of what I was experiencing. And so what I did was I made a short film, which I call an interpretive elegy about a Queens community, but it's kind of a cinematic haiku about the number 7 train. So it's about the 7 train, but you don't see the 7 train. It's all done in shadow and light and silhouettes. So it's experimental.
It sounds interesting to me.
Visual. It's more like a poem, visual poem.
And why should people go and watch a movie?
I'm sorry.
Why should people go and watch a movie?
Why should they go? Okay, this is a very important question to me, because the reason why I made the film was for the residents of Queens, specifically. We went through so much during that time, and between the ambulances, the number of deaths, I wanted to make a film that would be healing. So it's really dedicated to the residents of Queens, and I want them to see it, particularly because I think making it into an elegy, maybe it'll help the trauma that we've all went through, and find some way to you know resolve with their emotions, what they went through.
Perfect. Is there anything else you want to add before I let you go?
Well, I think it's really important to come out and support the festival. Of course, support our local filmmakers and everyone involved. I want to thank Don and Cato and Kathy Cato. But yeah, come check out the films. Come check out In Darkness There Is Light. It's a healing film. So,
By the way, what food did you bring today?
I was originally gonna bring ceviche, but I was like, maybe nah. So I brought dumplings.
Dumpling. Oh, dumplings like are my favorites.
It disappeared right away.
Oh, bummer, bummer. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. I hope there's some food left. I'm so hungry. So we have the last filmmakers in the house, and then we're gonna be wrapping up.
All right, we'll wrap up around the 3 hour mark right now.
Yes.
Yep. We-
I think
Oh,
I
this-
know
I
this
know this.
guy.
That's
I know this
crazy.
guy. Yeah. Hey, Mark.
Wild
Good
and
to see
crazy.
you. I always like your glasses.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell him,
It's,
tell him Mr. M says hello, man.
By the way, Mr. M says hello from there. He can hear us, but you can't hear him. Mr. M, who is also co-producing this, he is there. Yes, he is doing live. He's co-host.
Sam, I love you, man. I love you.
Not Sam, Mr. M.
He's Mr. M. Montaigne.
Yeah. So, which should I just be looking at you to talk to you?
Looking at me, my face, only my face. So, Mark, tell me, what's your movie and where is it gonna be screened? Which blog does the movie belong to?
The movie is called King Me. It's a comedy about the people you love to hate and hate to love.
Sounds like my wife.
It's Neighbors. It's actually in the block that's called Neighbors, Friends, and it's basically two neighbors, one game of checkers, and several thoughts of homicide. That block is on Friday, April 19th at 6:45, and at Museum of Moving Image, which I'm really psyched to be in that theater, which is so gorgeous. So that's super cool. And that's. Did I give you all my talking points? I think that's the
Yeah. You give me all the nuggets.
Not the talking points, but the info. You got all the details. Good.
Right.
I memorized all that.
No, you're spontaneous.
I had it on my phone and
Uh-huh.
cheat sheet and all that.
Okay, Mark. So, how did you come up with the idea of making this particular movie?
Well, you might remember that I was in the festival last year.
You are in the festival every year.
So my movie last year, Mad Woman, which is a musical, the producers of that film had a script for something else that they were working on. And so they brought me the script. And I just thought it was so funny and goofy. In fact, the two guys who are in it are nominated for Best Ensemble in this festival. And so I saw that even though it's just two guys on a porch playing checkers, I saw that there was a way to bust that out visually to get inside their heads. So I said to them, I'm in. And we were able to build this really wackadoodle, surreal world that's very much kind of my mission as an artist. What I love about film, I love people who do naturalism. That's great. But I live in my head. Like there's in this hair, there's all kinds of ideas going all the time. And that just having something that shows you and me talking doesn't really capture what's happening in the thought bubbles over our heads. And that's what I love seeing happen in film, is being able to actually capture that whole human experience. So that's what we're doing here.
Perfect. Is there anything else you want to add before I let you go?
I want everyone to experience the Queens World Film Festival. This is a family, this is a community, this is a happening. So it's not just about me. Naturally, I'd like people to be there on Friday, April 19th, but I'm going to be at as many things I can go to, just because the scene, the vibe, it's special. It's something really, really special. And that's, it was my first festival for Madwoman, and it is also this is the premiere of this. In both cases, it's the premiere, the world premiere, and I couldn't have it happen anywhere better.
All the best for your movie.
Thank you very much. Good.
Well, before I let you go, what food did you bring today?
Oh, mine was lame. I don't have a good story because I've been out all day long, so I had to bring something that I knew I could carry in my bag. I had this whole plan that I was going to have a checkerboard, and the checkers I was going to put like cheese and crackers as a charcuterie. Like I had this whole thing and then I ended up having to be gone all day long. So I've been carrying a chocolate babka around in my bag seriously since like 9 this morning.
Okay, okay. I hope it's still left. It's still there.
Yeah, I hope it was popular. I don't know. What did you bring? There you go. Oh, no.
Helping me. So, what more can you expect from us?
Drink if you'd like.
I'll definitely go for a drink after this. Yeah, thank you so much, Mark. Yeah. So here we go. So that was our last filmmakers for tonight. I guess. Do we have a trailer for his movie?
Oh yeah, he has a trailer.
Right.
So we just hit the 3-hour mark. We definitely want to thank everybody who watched this, and we're going to play in closing the trailer for King Me, a film made by the last filmmaker you just saw, Mark Acito. I hope I'm saying his last name right. And I had fun. You had fun there, Anuz?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I had all the fun, I guess, like taking care of the technical glitches. Like all of a sudden, the laptop is like turning off because somebody unplugged the wire. But everything worked out at the end. And thank you so much, Montel. Like you held the fort strong. And whenever like there was technical glitches or everything, like I knew that you were in the control, so I didn't have to like think twice.
Yeah, we make a good team, man.
Right. Yeah. Mr. M and Mr. A makes a good team.
Absolutely. We're gonna watch this trailer together. All right, let's do it.
Okay.
I just wanted to show you this new game. We already played games 3 times this week. 4 times. I just want a day to myself and to enjoy my coffee.
Oh. That's funny.
King Me. Maybe you should switch to decaf.
All right, so that was the trailer for King Me. Anu, thank you for all your help with the because I know you didn't have anybody really. Well, we did have help. What's my brother's name again? That helped.
Yeah, Mr. Rich. Mr. Rich was a huge help to set up all the lighting and everything. Yeah.
Love Rich, man. That's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
And send my love to everybody there. I'll see you in April.
Yeah, I'll see you in April, and thank you so much for everyone for joining us. And yeah, our film festival kicks off on April 16 and runs to April 28, where more than 150 films from 19 nations will be screened. So you better go to queensworldfilmfestival.org, buy the tickets, go to the screening sessions, and then enjoy good, beautiful movies.
Yeah, and follow us on the social medias you see right there. Queens World Film Fest on IG, Queens World Film Festival on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you all for watching, and this has been the Queens World Film Festival annual kickoff potluck live.
Yes, I'm gonna go and eat something now. Bye.
Go eat, man. Get up out of here.
Bye bye. I'm
Peace.
done.